We're alive. So let's take a little brief moment to remember this little guy. Aww, the little
It's a
bad
poor little
cat.
fella.
R.E.P. for Little Melon's cat. So cute. Aww.
It's Mango's cat.
And let's start the countdown then. And that's still on there, though. Sorry. There we go. I want to hit on something right off the bat because Brian Ferguson is commenting in the chat. He says here, vaping big. I believe I've gained considerable relevant amount of information as to why reviewers are getting strikes. So he says, YouTube now uses bots, which are training AI for strikes against reviewers, and is now stated in their terms of service and community guidelines. I already knew that a little bit because our Indian friends getting a lot of strikes. So YouTube apparently will strike any reviewer with the word vape in their name by geography as to their location.
Yeah. Okay.
YouTube apparently also programs its bot to the laws pertaining to vape products. Suggested workaround to strikes is to remove a vape in the reviewer's name and use a VPN so to confuse the bots.
Yeah, I knew vape had to do. Oh, look at me! I'm the only one. Well, you got vaping, and I got.
Yeah, we're all fucked except Eric.
Safe according to that information.
I'm already good.
I had a feeling. I brought that up a couple days ago to somebody too. Like I said, I don't know what is caused it, but I feel like that can't be. That has to be a negative thing having vape in your name for sure.
Yeah, but it makes you easier to find.
Yeah, it does.
Vape in there, yeah. So it's like people want to.
Traditionally, I've gotten a lot less age restrictions than what most of the reviewers get. I generally only get about 1/3 of my videos. And I've always felt like a lot of that was because I don't label it so much and I don't put a bunch of warnings all over my videos. My videos don't look dangerous because they don't have a bunch of flashing red signs. And I've always kind of felt like that might add to the reason why I don't get hit as much.
Possibly.
Because I don't identify the channel so much as just all vaping, and it's not all vaping though. So
yeah, Yeah, I mean, I feel like that definitely has. It's having vape in your name is definitely something they're gonna search and find a lot easier. But yeah, it
Yeah.
could be. It could be. You know.
But okay, I have vaping in my vaping, not vape, vaping in my name. I have maybe one warning on a comment on my videos, and they
Yeah.
told me the video was taken down because of the comment, but the video is still up. So
Well, you know, and one of the most popular one of the most popular disposable reviewers here, and I guess well, he's in Canada. Liam's Ghost. His name is Liam's Ghost, and he has like 300,000 subscribers, and he's up Shit's Creek right now. I mean, he has all his videos privated and everything right now because he's on I think his last strike, and he can't get another one. And his name is just Liam's Ghost. So I mean,
So
it's
it could be. So it could be like a
sending,
local thing for people, whatever region they're in, that maybe things are different. Because
possibly.
that's kind of what.
It's possible they
sending your
enforce laws
videos
for
to
the
private.
country, right?
Setting your videos to private would only be interesting if you're in Australia. There, you're not allowed to have social
Mhm.
media and do vaping stuff. But actually, the community guideline says they can even give you a strike on a deleted video.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Multiple.
you're
Yeah,
screwed
I
either
think
way.
You-
the issue is not
Wait,
with you having vape in your name. That's not illegal, but it makes you easier to find. But then again, I think most of us will have the word vape somewhere in a description or in a tag or somewhere.
Yeah, you
So
have to.
they are able to find it anyway. It just
well, if
makes them a
even if
little
we
bit
even
easier.
speak it in the video, it's going to pick up on because it's transcribing every word that we
Yeah,
say. So we
exactly.
would not even be able to say. And I've heard people about trying to do workarounds where they don't say the word vape, where they say something about device, and they're skipping that word
It's
entirely.
cloud
So
device.
yeah.
I
Let's
think we're
call
just
it
we're
rape.
fighting a
Let's
losing
call it
battle. I
rape
think.
instead of vape.
I think
I
that
don't
might
know if that's
actually
fair
give
though.
us a worse effect.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's a
I've
battle
been
that we're just
enjoying
gonna have
this
to
This
vape
deal
so
with.
nice
much.
nicotine replacement device for you guys, and I'm going to review today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. In the end, we'll keep fighting the good fight, and we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah.
But thank you for the information.
Yeah,
Was
thanks,
was it
Brian, for sharing
Brian?
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
that's
Brian.
awesome because really, everyone's just clueless right now because
Yeah.
it's different for all of us, it seems. So, and
Cool.
I've been trying to put it together and just in my mind, just almost create this spreadsheet of okay, so and so got hit for this, but not this, and then so this, but it makes no sense when I try to do that. It just almost seems random. So
Vape, 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 vape,
yeah,
vape.
Thank you, Doug.
There we go. Community
I
strike.
think we
that's okay.
Three of us.
This stream always gets demonetized. So
Yeah, I usually when I do my live videos too, when I do live stream, I delete them right afterwards too, because I'm so terrified of all the shit that we've said during our live streams. I delete
but
them.
I guess that doesn't save you.
Yeah,
That
but you're like
anything.
full
Yeah.
on ADHD in your live stream. You even yourself are listening to what you're rambling over there. It's like
Yeah.
you're a part of the audience there.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I've only gotten well, like I said, when I had my first channel, I had maybe 4,000 subscribers on there, and I was always getting striked. And then this one, I've only gotten one so far, so nothing wrong. But it sticks with you. So I got the one strike, and it doesn't go away until December the 10th. So if I get another one, then it's 2 weeks. So I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to have fun, live it up, and see how long this shit lasts. I have a backup channel just in case, you know. So I don't really know what else I can do.
It's pretty much the only thing you can do, right? Because either you just don't do it and then you don't do it, or you do it and then you get fucked at some point. So just have
If I
fun
get
until
my
then.
first strike, I'll start renaming my channel in like Cloudy Big or something like this. You know, something.
Although, does the backup channel work thing? Because I've heard that if you get banned on your channel on YouTube, you're not allowed to have a backup channel or any, you're
Yeah,
not
I
allowed to
read
be
something
on.
about. It's I've read it too, and I was looking at it with multiple different people, and it's so like read between the lines type stuff. It's confusing what you can and can't do, but it looks like if you do get banned for a certain content, you aren't allowed to start another channel doing it. So mine's already
Yeah.
this channel, my backup one's been there for like 8 months, so I've already had that thing kind of up there. So, but I don't know.
Well, I
Some
know
of the
like when big shot celebrities,
YouTube
like
channels.
when somebody like Andrew Tate gets banned from YouTube, they're not allowed to be on any other channel. They have to stay off entirely. So now I know that that's somebody with a celebrity would be easy for them to catch them if they tried to get back on. But I think the rules are still the same, that if you get banned, you're not allowed to start another channel, or if you do and you get
It-
caught, they're probably going to take that down right away.
There is a workaround. You just use a different email address for the other channel.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
theory, you're not allowed, but I think it depends on why you get strikes. I think if it's just like for us with Vape reviews, they're not gonna hunt you down. But if it's something worse, they will hunt you down. So I think it depends why
Another
the
part
reason
of the
why.
botting is like when the bot issues a strike on you, and you make contact with YouTube, and they say, "Yeah, we cannot do anything about it." Well, it's just a bot. Actually, the bot should flag something for. Actually, they should have a system that the bot flags something for them, and then they review it manually. That would be the best case scenario. That's how they should work.
Especially if it's like the second or third strike.
Full control. The full control thing is really pissing me off.
Well, I saw something yesterday that was, and I think I sent you guys a message about this, that one of my vaping videos was making money off of ad revenue, which is super strange. It was making 98 cents per 1,000 views, and that's not really demonetized. And that really surprised me. I'd never seen that before.
I had that too when I was monetized too. I had one random video. I mean, probably one of my least viewed videos have like $18 that I generated revenue from back then, and it was like I had no idea what the hell. So I just
this was my Halloween video that did that, and it was the first one I've ever seen do that. I don't know if that one had any. I did tag it, I think, slightly different. Like I added Halloween. I think I put it in entertainment instead of like technology or something. I changed a few things about it, but yeah, it's making money. So
that's a good question. When you guys upload your videos, what do you put as the tag? Because I do people in blogs or something like that. What do you guys put yours as?
I've been doing technology, and then I switched it to entertainment on the last couple of them. So
I've always been in entertainment, because I think that's like in entertainment you don't have to be technical. It's not educational, because that's risky to put it in educational.
Yeah, right. I did want to do that for that reason.
Audience. I think entertainment suits it best.
Science and technology is the one I chose.
Yeah.
And I only put like tags on my shorts. I don't even put tags in my description. Overtagging your description will also get you a strike.
I heard that you're allowed around 60, and if you keep it under about 60 tags, you're okay.
60, that's a lot.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of different things, but if you look at the guys that are doing most of the channels on, well, like the vidIQ guys, they're all saying less than 60 tags.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done 60. I think the most I do is like 15, if that. Usually around like 8 to 10.
5.
Yeah, I only have been throwing a few in the actual tags section, but then I have a long list of tags that's just that goes in my description every time.
Yeah,
and but what a lot of the guys I've seen are saying, as long as that tag's in there somewhere, whether it's in your title, in your description, or listed as a tag, it counts pretty much the same, just as long as it's in there.
Okay.
Bick, what are you fooling around with over there? I see you messing with something. What you got going on? You're trying to show us.
I'm relaying some information that Brian is doing, and relaying to somebody who just had a strike. Like, hey, you got to use a VPN. You got to use a VPN.
See, and I did upload through a VPN forever. I let it expire, and I haven't re-uploaded it because it's kind of expensive. But I don't know, maybe I need to try that again. Although I wouldn't really understand why uploading it from a different place, from a different IP, would make any difference, because your content's exactly the same.
Yeah,
I think that's for country-specific laws. Like if you're in, let's say, Australia, where it's really prohibited, you are more likely to get a strike than when you're in a country that doesn't prohibit it. So you can change your location to a more free country. That's the idea behind it. But if you live in a place that doesn't really have an issue with vaping, I don't.
So, like in the US, it probably wouldn't. I see what you mean.
Not really.
Okay.
We got a couple of other reviewers in the chat. We got here High Top Reviews.
What's up, baby?
What's up? And then we got here Our Life and Earl and Jackie. He's also a vape reviewer in the States.
What's up?
He has a specific style. If you don't know anything about
I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, you should check out his channel, because he will explain it in a manner without all the difficult words we other reviewers use. he will not call it a 510 connection. Just a screw-on tank. That's what he's gonna call it.
Love it.
But
Love it. That would be me
Hey,
for sure.
I love
that's
that. I
nothing
love
wrong
that.
with that, man. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start the show like we do usually. How was your week, Eric?
Oh, it's been good, man. I spent a lot of time on that Halloween video. That was fun. That was fun. I went to a shop and
Yeah.
saw that vape, and I'm like, okay, this will be cool. So, and then I got dressed up like that 3 different times. I did a dress rehearsal, and then I did the video, and then last night I
Yeah.
dressed up and went to a show. A buddy of mine, their band was playing over in Illinois, so I went over there and was dressed up like that, and was showing everybody my Halloween vape. So good times. It, other than that, still got. Oh man, I'm without water right now, which sucks. Like I've got the water that's left in this water bottle, and then when that runs out, I'm gonna have to go to town because I've had my well pump went out over the summer, and I had a new well pump put in, and then my water was dirty when I was trying to run my jacuzzi tub a couple weeks ago. So they came out and put a new pressure tank in, and then the water was still muddy after that. Now they have no idea. My water is disgusting. So I got to go to town every time to buy. I mean, I can take showers and stuff. I just can't drink anything.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. But other than that, though, that's pretty much it. It's been getting colder here, so I still haven't really had a frost that's killed all this stuff back here. But all the stuff out in the yard is looking pretty beat up. So not going to be too much longer of the videos outside. I'm going to have to move everything back in for long. So.
No, you
How are
gotta
the
do some
chickens doing
videos
in
in
the,
the
in the
snow.
weather? What do the chickens do when it gets cold out there? They're just they huddle together and what?
They're fine. It doesn't seem to
Yeah,
bother them at all. It can be like 0 degrees and they're just hanging out. They don't really
that's
seem to
awesome.
care. I guess the heat bothers them. Well, my female turkey died the first hot day we had this summer. That's why I had to replace
Okay.
her with another one that turned into a boy. So now,
You had
and
to
they were,
replace her. You just had to replace her. Get rid of her. She's gone.
well, yeah, I remember replaced Sharon.
What do
See,
you?
I had Ozzy and Sharon, the
Jesus.
celebrity couple, but then Sharon died. So I replaced Sharon. And then here's the problem. Sharon 2 started strutting a couple weeks ago, and I found out Sharon 2 is not female. So,
Oh,
so now
yeah.
they're fighting because I got 2 male turkeys. And I got to kind of watch them because I got Oz right here. Well, here, I'll turn this around so you guys can see. I got Big Oz right here, all puffed up. And now this is the one I thought was female. That's Sharon,
You're
but no,
selfie mode,
he's a
and
boy.
we're looking at the
That's
sky.
the
We're
wrong
looking at the
camera.
sky. You're
Oh shoot!
there. You go. Yeah. There you go.
Can you see him? Oh, hold on.
Yeah. There you go.
There they are.
Both of
There's the
them.
celebrity couple. So yeah. But anyways, yeah. So that's it. So
So
whoever
you
wants to go next.
like rainbow flag on your turkey then.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, yeah, they're just a modern 2020s couple, man. So,
So how was your week laced up?
Let's see. It's almost Halloween time, so we took the daughter out and did a little trunk or treat, which trick or treating
A
here is
trunk or
huge.
treat? Trick
Yeah,
or
trunk
treat.
or treat. It's at our old high school. They just had they backed up like 700 cars, and we just walk in a like single file line to everyone's car, and they were just giving out candy. Honestly,
oh,
trick or treat where we are was huge, but people don't do it anymore. I mean, so many people were getting hurt and like there's so many weird people out there nowadays. It's just not fun like it was back in the old days, I'm sure, where you just walk house to house without your parents and just have fun, you know? Nowadays,
Yeah.
it's too sketchy to have your kids walking around. So we did that. I have a lot of inventory was sent to me, doing a lot of reviews. We pumped out a lot of stuff this week. Yeah, wife and kid are at church now. It's been pretty chill this week. Really nothing much going on. Just gotta get a lot of this nonsense posted and reviewed, and we've got more stuff coming. Yeah, just a lot of dealing with companies that have been very how can I say this? Every company is different that I've been working for. You know, some people are very easy to deal with, and some people make it very hard. So these last couple companies I've been doing reviews for have been very frustrating to deal with. So I think I
Very
need to,
demanding.
huh?
Very demanding.
Well, no, not that you kind of. I mean, taking a device apart and ripping it apart, and no one cares about that. And I've even told them, I'm like, why did I was like, I'll do that, but I mean, what are you trying? I've said this. I mean, my emails, Oh, and I started a Discord, which you're in there too. It's been really nice to kind of have everyone in there chatting. So I've been, kind of doing that. But I don't know why they want me to rip these vapes apart and prove what. It's just very bizarre. So
That
they're
almost
just
sounds a little
getting.
dangerous
I
too.
said this before we were live. I'm going to say it again. Put it on the curbstone. Whack it a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
times
Well,
with
I
a
mean,
hammer.
they've
There
given
you
me
go.
tutorial. They've given tutorial videos on what they want to show, but I don't understand. There's not going to be a point in it. I mean, here's the thing: is if you make a video 7 to 8 minutes long, if you have someone watch it, the duration watch time 2.5 minutes. No one's going to watch it to the end, right? So I'm telling
Yeah.
them, I'm like, if you want to make a separate video of this, maybe you'll get some, but no, just put it at the end of your videos. Okay, the video will be 20 minutes long. No one's going to watch it. But hey, if that's what you want. So, I've been dealing with that. I am actually working on some merch for a hoodie. So, I've been designing that too. So, I'm fooling around with a few things, but nothing too big this week. Very chill.
Okay,
Very chill.
Melon, how was your week?
It's been a quick week actually. I didn't even notice the whole week went by. I did a lot of working, nothing vape related today, and yesterday I finally got around to making another video of the Lux series. I bought the Lux X02 yesterday just for the video, but I think I'm gonna keep it because it is good. And I
Yeah,
started
it's a nice
my
device.
shorts today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice device. The updated pod is also giving good flavor.
Yeah, and I love that they finally did an MTL because like the Lux has always had an issue with MTL that wasn't that great, but with the X2 you got such a restricted airflow, you can do a really nice MTL on it. So I
Yeah, but
love that they did that. So
the duck style dip tip is just a little bit too big for MTL, I guess.
it
For the
works.
most,
It actually works. I think
it
it's
actually works.
personal preference, right? If you like it a
Yeah.
little bit bigger or smaller, that's on you. And I finally start my daily shorts today. I took 15 shorts just so I'm
Damn.
prepared.
Holy shit. That's a lot.
So,
Yeah,
I did a lot of stuff.
you're starting tomorrow with the shorts?
today was the first.
Nice.
I missed it.
I think it's about this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I prepared some just in case. I want to do them on the go as well, but like if I don't have time, I can just publish one. I already uploaded them to YouTube. They're ready. I just can push them out now.
Oh, they're not public.
No, they're all on private, and I'm just gonna publish them when I don't have time to take an actual video.
There you go. That's smart. At least you're ready to rock and roll.
Oh, he finally
Yeah.
is here. MTL come to the Lux. Let's see if we can share this with people.
Yeah, I've been neglecting shorts. I record them and then I don't upload them. I've probably got 6 shorts that I've filmed that I just
Yeah.
never edited and uploaded. I just need to do it. I guess I just don't care about them that much. They weren't doing that well for me there at the end, so I just stopped doing it. But then I had the last 2 I uploaded did pretty good, so I need to get
Yeah,
back to
you
it.
should. That's what's really that's what helped me a lot in the beginning too to grow the channel
Yeah.
was some of my short videos.
Well, I did one for
Yeah.
every video for like a year and a half, and then I just kind of got out of it. But I wasn't doing them the right way
Be
though.
like consistent with the shorts, like upload one every day.
Mhm.
They will not all perform as good as the other one, but then once a certain moment, it starts picking up and it will go really nice for you. Sometimes
Yeah.
4
I
or 5K
think
for me
for
is
me-
pretty good.
For me, doing a short is actually harder than a full video because I think it's hard to cram 15 seconds with something that's entertainable. For me personally, that's really
Yeah.
hard to come up with something.
I'm making them shorter than that.
Why don't you do it? Why don't you just do a minute? Why don't you do a minute? short?
Yeah, you can change it to a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
are
but
like
then-
You can change it to like 10 minutes
for me,
now or
that's too long.
something. And I think
there
3
is-
That's not
minutes.
short, right?
They
People won't
introduced 3
watch it.
minute shorts now even.
Yeah, I think it's 3. Yeah, didn't they make it 3 just recently?
they?
Yeah, they
Who's
make
gonna
it
watch
3
a 3
minutes.
minutes short? Nobody's gonna watch 3 minutes of short. That's
Yeah.
just too long for the platform.
Yeah, the short.
Yeah.
so
Everyone's
Everyone
saying
knows.
like 7 seconds is like kind of ideal for a short.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 15 seconds, something like this is what people. Then at least when they
Yeah.
watch half of it, they watch 50% already. They watch
Yeah.
7 seconds.
Yeah, that's the
The
idea.
short is 15 seconds.
The one short that I had that went viral was a minute long, but it was like a skit. Like I do these things where I go into a vape shop and the owner of the vape shop, we have these weird interaction. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but they're funny. and we have these weird things
Yeah,
where I'm
they're
coming
wrong,
in
Yeah, I've
but
seen
trying
it.
funny. Yeah, they're
yeah, I'm trying to
completely
bargain off vapes, or I'm like some kind of weird drug strung addict trying to pawn vapes off and shit. So those have gone very well. We stopped doing it. I mean, his TikTok channel, he gets millions. I mean, he started a YouTube channel 2 months ago, and he's got 25,000 followers. He's got more than I do because of just short videos. But that's all he posts is just those type of skits and stuff, and he does very well. I just haven't been there a lot, and he's got more friends now to do it with. It was just me for the beginning, but yeah, most of the time it's just those 15-second ones that people watch.
Yeah, those work the best
Yeah.
though. No, for my week, I just have work. Thursday in the afternoon, I start getting a sore throat, so I start feeling sick. But I continued working on Friday, and I couldn't do any direct lung vaping. I could do little pod systems or disposable. So those were saving my nicotine, especially those 50 mg disposable. You take a couple drags and you get your nicotine.
Were you
For
getting
the-
nippy with some of your customers? Were you getting a little edgy?
I had the other way around when I got like a sore throat a year ago or so. Vaping helped me. It was constantly hurting, but when I vaped, it was better. So I was like taking a little disposable, I think it was, or some pod with me everywhere, even on the toilet. I was constantly vaping so I don't hurt.
I start to appreciate all the ice in the disposables and the
Yeah.
liquid. That really helps. So I got like an overpowered mint, Evermint liquid in this RDA at Friday, and like vaping that away, and it really cleared up my throat. So that was cool. You'll see which liquid that is in the vape bar, of course. So let's do some shout outs to the people in the chat. I'll start at the bottom. We got Craig D here. We got Banglair Vape Ada. We got Neil Pitts. Hello. Brian Ferguson. We already popped you in the screen a couple times. Of course, Sublime guy, one of the first to pop in here. There goes my throat again. We got Vaping Big posting somebody's short. Wonder what big short that is. We got Banglair Vape Ada unboxing show also coming first. He switched accounts. I guess he's out of his strike again. We got High Top Reviews. Check out his channel. We got R Life and Earl and Jackie. You also should check out his channel. That's some laid back reviews. We got Chris Earl. Neil Pitts, I think I already had you. Let's do you again, Neil Pitts. Dutch in here. Vape, 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 vape. Levy faces. And I think we're almost there. I think we also Cheryl Demirs on Eric's channel somewhere. Oh, there she is. There you go. Hi, Cheryl Demirs. And that's everybody who's not lurking, and hi to everybody on the replay. So yeah, hi to current comment. There we go. So for today's show, we have a vape bar, and then we also got like 2 items for the news provided by Vaping Melon. So he done his homework for me.
I just gathered links. I did nothing more.
At least you found it though. So yeah, let's dive into the vape bar. I guess we're gonna let Laced Up Vape start because he's not a regular here.
Let's see. What do we want to show some vapes, huh? All right, let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna
right,
show
so
off some
the
vapes,
first thing
but
the first
right
thing
after. You gotta wait for the bumper.
Gotta have our sexy little bumper
baby.
in there.
All right, so I want to talk about this thing. So I haven't posted this video yet, but I have a lot of people ask me. They're like, "Hey, what's the strongest nicotine? Do you get a nicotine buzz? I see you doing all this stuff." So I don't. I don't get any like. I don't know what they're talking about. Like when they say, "Do you get nick sick?" or I don't really feel anything. Oh, that is not true until I encountered this thing. And this is Oxbar, right? So this is like it's the removable. These are becoming really popular. It's like the removable pod type, I don't know, battery thing. So you can just slip on, different flavors and shit. Now, this device right here is I have never had to taken a break during a video. I literally had to pause the video, go sit down in front of a fan and cool down because this thing made me spin. I didn't know where I was. You would have thought I drank 5 beers. I was that like buzzing from nicotine. So you control it right here, yeah? So I had it, of course I'm going to try the 30% with it wide open. And looks like nothing. You rip that 5 or 6 times in a video. I don't know what it is, if it's this certain type of juice that they're doing, but it's Oxbar. And Oxbar has just been overcoming the market with all their different types of stuff. So they have this one that just came out, which is pod juice, right? So pod juice, I'm confused by what that is. I mean, I know pod juice, that's a regular juice, isn't it? Like that's something you guys buy as actual juice, correct?
I think so.
Okay.
I've
So
heard them.
Pod Juice is met up with this company, but this Pod Juice, then they hit me with this thing, which is super neat. So this is a ox bar and it controls the nicotine level. So if you don't want to get Nick sick, you just bump it down and then you can control the ice. So it seems like this is becoming popular now, just controlling the ice levels. That seems to be the new thing here. So they took it a step further
But you
and
can
now,
control the nick as well. So there's
yeah, you
this
can
thing.
control the, yeah, you can control the
So-
nicotine to
So
0
this
to
thing has 3
2%.
containers. One with the nick, one with the e-liquid, and one with the Coolada.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
that's good to
exactly.
see, though, because it's
Yeah.
actually a useful feature instead of just let's turn this thing into a Tamagotchi. You
Now
know,
you can tell
Yeah, it's a
when you
nice idea.
actually change the nicotine level, you can taste a slight difference. I don't know how to really explain it unless you're trying it, but
But
it
up,
tastes better with no nicotine on it, honestly.
does
I
it have
mean,
like more of a throat hit, that kind of peppery
yeah,
nicotine thing?
you can
I
taste
would
it.
imagine it
You can
would. I
taste
would
it.
think it.
until
I
what,
think
until
at
what
30% would be
strength it
nasty.
will go up to then? That will go up to 5%?
Yeah, so this right here is 0, and then this right here is 2%, and then that's 5%.
Okay.
Yeah. So interesting. I like that they're doing that. And then I have encountered the new. So Geek Bar, obviously everything's Geek Bar, right? So Geek Bar has come out with the Meteor Edition. This is insane. So they have the Meteor Edition. All right. So here you go. Here's the Pulse X, right? So this is the regular one that everyone's just getting all willy nillied about. So you have the Pulse X, and then you have the Meteor Edition, which flashes all different types of meteors and all different types of shit on there, right? So it looks a little bit cleaner. And then you have the platinum edition, which everyone's freaking out about, which does the whole. Now this thing was like $34 at the store.
Dang.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh,
30.
wow.
Now it's
But look at that,
same
though.
exact.
Stays there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know you
You
got to
know,
pay more dollars
you
for the sun to be on, but this is yeah, I didn't pay that, but I mean this is like $34. It's the same exact puffs as the regular one. It's just it's made out of I don't know what the fuck it's made out of. Nothing important. Nothing important at all. But I mean, does it taste good? Yes. Is it worth the buy? No, not at all. So we got that guy. This one, which landed in my mailbox not too long ago, this has become. I wish it didn't run out. This vape right here is in my top 5 most favorite tasting vapes of all time, but it's ran out. It's the WVO Sour Skittles. So this one, once it hit 25% or 22%, it tastes like garbage. So that's
Who
going
are
in
you
the
calling a hoe?
Yeah, I think they're sending me out some of those.
Yeah, but this one's awesome. Frozen Nana, that one's amazing. So it's got this cool little. I mean, that's what everyone's going for: is how cool can you make the display, right? So
Yeah.
this one's good. VHO has not changed their look or style of anything at all. So they kind of just have kept the same. But these are really good. Now the ice control thing is taking over everything. I mean, this is another one called My Cool. I don't know if I
Oh,
should
with
use
ice
it.
Look at
cubes.
that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
you get the little ice
Dude,
cubes
man.
dropping in.
So if you didn't know what ice was, you get a picture of it on that
Yeah,
one.
I got all the flavors of these, so you can just be dropping ice cubes in like playing Tetris and shit. So
Nice.
they've got some really cool flavors. I did a video on that.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, right. So they've got some pretty good ones. Scary berry, all types of sour dragon fruit, dragon straw nana. So those are good. But again, here's what I'm finding with these is it tastes amazing when you have no ice in it, but the second you start jacking the ice up, it's just like overwhelming you with a menthol flavor. It's taking away from the actual flavor itself.
Oh.
So I don't really find it being useful. And I said to them in the video, it's cool, but I can't see the battery life. You got to come all the way down here and use your bifocals to see if you're running out of juice. You're going to charge it. So take
Oh
away
yeah,
the
got
damn
those
ice cubes.
yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
like your juice level and your battery level in those little squares, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could. I mean, it's cool. It's unique, but I mean that's what everything's coming to. I got two more. So this I did I posted a review. I think maybe on Tuesday of the nastiest flavored vapes I've ever tried, and it's this. Hold on, let me show you this. So this guy sent me out he sent me out 5 of these things, and they come with like individual, I don't know, you pop it in and then you go for it, right? So the flavors are horrendous. The flavors are the nastiest flavors I've ever had. And the video
Oh,
was brutal, dude. And I felt so bad making this video, but I had to be honest about it. If it's bad, it's bad.
Sure.
So I wrote this guy a huge thing before I posted it. And I was like, look, your devices, I like to give them an idea of what are some things I like about it. I like that it's lightweight and it's see-through. It's definitely unique, but your flavors are terrible. But they came out with something where it's I don't know where it is, but it's a you can fill it up yourself. So it's a refillable one, so you can use your own juice in it. I don't know where that is right now, but instead of
yeah, but
using theirs, you can fill it up
then you
with
can
yours.
have a good flavor in there if you get a refillable one. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah. So
I think
you
it's
can
nice
use your
that you
own
keep the
flavor.
battery at least, and the technology with you.
Yeah, I
And,
mean
you
it's
replace
cool.
the pump.
There's
Yeah.
nothing crazy about it, but this is they sent me a bunch of them. I mean, I would never use it really. And the talk of the town, the number one thing, damn, I posted this video 5 days ago and it's got like 12,000 views already. Are these stupid Halloween vapes by Geek Bar? It's the spooky vanilla was one of them. Disgusting. I hate it. I hate it so much. And the controversy in the comments, I mean, there's like 200 comments of people yelling at each other. Hey, I love this one. You're nasty. How do you not like this one? Thank you. That was I mean, the vanilla. I've already given it away. I don't want it. And then they come with this haunted blueberry. Now, as you see, the juice is on 100%. I didn't like it at all. But it is like you're eating.
You're eating the cats. You're eating the dogs.
You're eating. Yeah, don't eat the cats. Don't eat the dog. This is. I've never tasted some type of bold like blueberry crust. I mean, you get crust flavor. I know sometimes you guys like the dessert flavored vapes. I do too, but I guess I don't now. It's horrendous, and these things are selling out everywhere where we are. Anytime they
Well,
do a special
Yeah.
edition,
the
they
thing
sell
is,
out like
in these
crazy.
They didn't
disposables,
have them
they use
at the store I went
about
to.
like 50% of flavoring. So if they put those kind of flavors in there, it's going to be too overpowering to be
Yeah.
delicious. Well,
Yeah.
like
I mean, people love them.
yeah.
I mean, there's comments saying that's what I've been looking for. I was like, God damn. I knew there was going to be someone to say that.
See, I didn't
Um,
even know about this Raz when I actually went looking for that Geek Bar one, and they said they'd sold out of all those, and they only had one of these left. So they must be
yeah.
selling pretty
And
great.
this
So
is the one that Eric did. It's the key lime pie. This is the Raz Halloween edition. I don't really know what I think about this guy. I mean, you're eating a key lime pie. I don't really know how
yeah,
to explain it any other way.
You're eating
yep.
You're getting the crust, you're getting the key lime kind of sorta. I just could never vape that all the time, you know. It's not as bad as the Geek Bar Pulse one, but I mean that's kind of where it's at.
It filled me up. Like I thought I just got done eating something. You
Yeah.
know.
you're eating that
The
vape, and then somebody brings you a pie. No, I'm full.
so last one we got are this brand. I didn't know what this was. The company reached out to me. You
Well,
know, I didn't
Oh, I
know it,
saw the
but
review. Those.
yeah, this one right here, I've never seen anything change so dramatically. So it starts off as watermelon ice, and then it goes to frozen watermelon, and then this one, blue raz ice to frozen blue raz ice. So the way you change it is you can hit it like normal, or when you hold down the button, when you're hitting it, that's when it changes it to frozen. And holy shit, never mind, I forgot. I encountered the worst vape I've ever tried in my life. How did I forget about this? This vape is, I'm telling you, and I've done a lot. There's 2 vapes I will never forget about. The first one, Elf Bar TE6000 Durian King, was the worst vape I've ever had. And this one, I have goosebumps holding it in my hand. It is matcha cake, and then it's matcha frappuccino. I don't know how to
oh,
explain to you what that tastes like, but I have mistakenly 3 times come in here when the lights off and it looks identical when the light's off, and I've grabbed this one and gone for it, and I've instantly had to run and find some water. I'm gonna save that for a joke for somebody to see if they can think of that.
What is a matcha? I don't even know.
It's a green tea. Matcha is a green tea.
Oh,
It's a disgusting green tea, though.
It's
Yeah,
a
that
green
sounds
tea
like it'd be
coffee,
bad.
dude. I'm telling you what, I will hold on to that because if someone likes that, you've lost your mind. There's no way.
Worse
And I've
than
said
that
it in the
kiwi
video.
passion fruit
No, 10 times
thing.
better. I will smoke the kiwi passion fruit 100 times before I'd ever hit that thing again.
Huh. Well,
Happily. Yeah, fuck, that's bad. But yeah, we've had some very crazy vapes come through the pipeline the last couple days.
I haven't
So-
had anybody other than this masking. I haven't had anyone sending me anything for like a week or two.
Yeah,
And there for a while,
masking-
I was getting so much THC stuff, man. I didn't know what to do with it all.
I'm doing my first THCA review by Memory Lane. Eric's done that on his channel, so I'm doing that. That kiwi passion fruit's bad, dude.
Yeah,
That's bad.
it tastes like the seed.
You're getting
something.
memory lane boxes as well now.
But I'm telling you what, I mean this sincerely. This is probably one of the most disgusting vapes ever made. I even said it in my video. If you watch this, I point at the guy. I said, "You, the guy who sent this to me, how dare you even make a flavor like this?" And I messaged him on the email, and I said, "Look, I don't know what you guys were. I mean, seriously, I said, why did you guys ever make this?" He's like, "I don't like it either." I was like, "Yeah, there's no way." And I don't know what type of market you made that for, but I'm gonna hold that in my closet for a gag joke.
Like, who out there is buying this flavor?
That flavor, like, oh, this is the best flavor in the
Bro,
world.
it's I don't even know how to explain that. It gives me goosebumps looking at it. It's that bad. But everything else, yeah, we've got Geek Bars. A huge package from Geek Bar should be coming this week. We have a lot of stuff coming, and like I said, Vic, you had this one too. This is a new popular one that comes as a second device. I mean, this thing is wild looking. I don't know why they do this, but when you open the package,
Yeah, they have
as a it comes as a separate little pod. So that part's separate, and then basically this part comes separate from this, and then you basically just push it in there. For what reason, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
they
for the
come
law.
to the little card after putting it in. You cannot remove it anymore.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, that's to circumvent the laws. We have the laws that say only 2 mLs of liquid inside of a disposable vape. But if you have a tank besides the battery, it's no longer inside of the
Yeah,
device.
yeah, and like
That's just for law
Fogger does
reasons.
something like this. They have a separate tank and vape it, and then vape it without it. Like, okay, I can kind of see that. Charge it and vape it, but this part I don't know what the hell they were doing. But
yeah, you can vape it separately as well, right? There's a little battery.
yeah. Like it's bizarre. This one, right? You can vape it, but it has to be on it. And then the off stamp one that I mean, there's like this one. You can vape it with it or vape it without it. So I don't know what the hell they're doing, dude. They're just trying to come up with anything disposable wise to just keep it fresh. But the newest thing that they're going to keep doing is the nicotine thing. I already see a lot of other companies do. This is going to be the new thing.
That's kind of scary, though.
Yeah, I think that's
When I
a
think
good
about
idea.
it, like we're all.
I'm gonna break this open. I want to see what the hell's going inside. What is happening?
Pillow Talk started that ice control thing, right? Pillow Talk. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's the first one.
Yeah, Pillow Talk.
Yeah.
They started all of it. Yeah, they did.
Uh-huh.
They started it all.
And you know, man, I never thought that would take off like it did. I thought it was just a gimmick that I didn't think it actually worked though at first. I'm like, nah,
No,
this can't actually be two
smart.
separate tanks.
It's smart,
So
but
that's cool.
then the nicotine is that's the new big thing that they're gonna. I see Spaceman's coming out with it. So the new nicotine control is gonna be the newest thing. But yeah,
So
I don't know
he's
about
got a
that,
lot of
man.
stuff.
Because like we're all so hooked to 5% right now. I don't like that I'm as addicted to nicotine as I am. And then if they're gonna let me crank that up to 30%, people are gonna start doing that, and then we're all gonna be it's gonna be even worse.
Well, me and you, Eric, we're vaping 5%, so we're vaping the highest one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you said you can turn it up to 30.
Here in
No.
Europe and in Switzerland,
You can
got
crank
like
it. You can crank it down to 0, right? That's 0. That's 2%, right? So that's 20%.
Oh, but you can just crank it up to 5 is the max.
We're as high as you can
Okay.
be, so you can go down to where
Okay.
if you want to get off of it. Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah,
can't
that
go
makes
up.
more sense. All right.
Yeah, I was like, holy
Good.
shit, no, we're the highest. You can only go down.
I thought you were saying that there was one you could crank it up to 30%, Nick. I'm like, they're going to be killing people.
No, only lower.
That would make you instantly sick.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That's
Like
really
Melon is vaping like 3%, and like where we live, it's like the maximum is 2%. And sometimes that's too low for me. Disposable with 2%.
I can only
I'm at
imagine.
0.15%.
I can only imagine if you tried this multiple times. I mean, I'm telling you, I literally took my hat off, my shirt off, sat in front of the fan. I mean, I've never felt anything like that.
You run naked around the street almost.
It was
Aren't
getting to
these
that point.
just 2%? These next bars?
No, they're 5.
They're 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
they're
thinking
fine.
that one of the ones I'd had here recently was 2%.
Yeah, I got 2% version of it.
Yeah, I
If I
think
would
mine are
try
just 2%.
5%, I would straight up go flying.
Yeah, but I didn't even notice it. Like it still did the trick.
This one, it started off to where I didn't really like it that much, but it's gotten better. We've got the one we have open is the white gummy, and then the effing fab one. So
The fucking fab.
I'm on this grape ice one, and whenever I get a grape vape, they taste like wine to me more than grape
Yeah.
usually.
Are you doing this one right here?
Yep, the grape ice. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does have a wine taste. I don't think this one's that bad actually. It's hard for me to find a grape.
Brian Ferguson,
But like cheap wine, like MD 2020 wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
It's not
think so,
bad.
Brian, because then you couldn't do 0. I thought about
Yeah,
that too, but
Yeah.
0 would be hard.
I think they must have a separate coil and tank for the nicotine and for the ice.
Yeah,
just like
I'm going to actually. I have a Fruity Pebbles one, and I already have multiple Fruity Pebbles. I'm gonna open up one of these. Oh, here we go. I don't like this mint one. This right here is a Jewel Mighty Mint, and you can. So it starts. So it's minty as it is starting off, and then you can all the way up. I mean, I'm telling you what.
You're gonna get brain freeze from that one.
You can't even breathe. It is freezing cold. As you see, it's still at 99%, so I won't be hitting you. Yeah, but that's it. That's all we got over here.
Popping in. Hey, Vape Dynasty. On Eric's channel, I suppose.
Yeah, but the nicotine thing is really cool. I like that you can control that. I mean, it's not for me, but I can see that being popular. And I know Spaceman's, their new one has the nicotine.
If you want to, like, if you use the disposable to, like, cut down your nicotine, you can do that through that feature, right? Some people are using vapes to stop smoking and then completely stop vaping later, you know?
Yeah.
So it could be
I think honestly,
in that way.
Most of the
if you
people
don't use
here
that
now
much
are not.
Nick,
They're not even cigarette
help.
smokers. Most of the people vaping now are just vaping to vape. They just start vaping. No one's actually getting off cigarettes and vaping anymore. It's just like starting with vapes. That's why Philip Morris and everybody's so pissed here because smoking isn't cool. Who's got the nicotine control? That's what's cool now.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next person. Let's do somebody with some open systems.
All right.
Then we can do a disposable guy next, and then an open system.
Yeah, but I think for me it's very interesting to have disposable people on this stream because I have no idea what's happening in the disposable scene. So it's always interesting to see what's new. So I actually like that. I'm gonna start off with my drink. It's a Quellfish. It's like our most standard beer that you can get. I already drank half of it, so I turned it into diesel. In Germany, you would call that Dreckiges, which means 31. That's just beer and Coke.
Looks like motor oil.
Yeah, that's why we call it diesel. So I'm gonna switch down. I have a lot of shit on my desk. I don't even know what in all of them, but I'm just gonna start somewhere. I'm vaping on 3 different kinds of Lux because I just did my video today. I don't even know. I think this one's in here. That's like a honey tobacco. That's actually really delicious. I got the new wild roots in there and something else I don't remember right now. Bless you, my friend.
I'm sorry.
No worries. I also got another pod I would never thought I'd try, but I actually like it, the Eco Nano. I finally got myself one.
Wow, that looks like my little guy.
It looks like a little disposable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
It's actually created to compete with with disposables because they also state how many puffs it will do on the pod. There should be one in my butt, but I don't know where it is.
For me, it says 13K puffs, which is pretty impressive for a
Oh,
coin.
nice. Okay. Okay. Good person.
And it's actually pretty good. Never thought I would enjoy that, but I am. I also took something old and used it again, my two Vapor Giant V5 and V6M. And those, I remember them for being a little bit lame, but the crackling out of these things are enormous. Don't know if the microphone picks up the crackling, but damn, that's delicious.
The crackle.
The crackle. In here, I have another Wild Roots and something I picked back up, the uncommon number 5. That's a really interesting flavor. By Green, the man himself. Raspberry and chocolate, actually pretty delicious. It's fruity, it's desserty. I love that one. Then, of course, the usual stuff. Some Boros are always here. The Blaze inside of the Pulse with Baba Rum, some cake, marzipan thingy, and the Ether V2 with my Dragon Fruit liquid, which is my all-time everyday to go, and with a nice little... It's not a booby wrap, but it's still pretty. So Boros always here.
My ambition mods.
Yeah. The Pulse is also here, the V3, with the Reload S on top. Best single coil, in my opinion, with a little bit of pickle wreck. This is gonna be with us. Then I rewigged my most beautiful Mac Tube I own, the green, not green, the Vaping Bogan Lascar V2.
Waste of faith is like glued to his screen. Like he want to see this shit, really.
Yeah, no, I'm interested. I've been watching your videos and stuff. I know what the bore thing is now too, so I know what some shit is now. I've been watching some videos.
That's good. Always here to teach. And I've got Reload V2, not Reload, the RDA for vaping on there with some burned cotton. Damn.
Damn it.
Just wigged that.
Time for a re-wig.
Yeah, just wigged it today, so that's I should be dripping maybe a little bit more. With the uncommon number 1. Also, another Mac mod is always here, the Dreamer with the Nightmare 28 V2. Just a beauty with the chinks inside of there. I gotta vape that a little bit more. I think there isn't even a battery inside here right now. I have to search one.
You're showing us a battery? How dare you?
Yeah, I took the battery out to charge, so it's right here at the side. Of course, the Hog with the Valkyrie, the big Hulk Buster. Yeah, that's a huge one. Like, if you ever need 4 batteries with 400 watts, that's the thing to go to. Or if you want
that thing's in your pocket, you're not going to forget that thing is in your pocket.
No.
Go for a run with that.
Yeah, your pants will hit the ground
your
fast.
will be on your ankles.
Yeah.
And neither is the guy you get in the fight with.
Right.
Yeah, that's perfect for self-defense. Just throw it at his head. He's gonna go down.
Yeah, you whack him in the face and then he's knocked out, and the police is like,
which one blows the thickest
why are the
clouds?
words hammer
that
of
one's
God
got to blow
sitting
the
in his
biggest clouds.
I think it's one of these two would be the biggest
the biggest clouds. Yeah, it's got to. Cool.
I don't have that low of resistance in here, so I think the Nightmare would beat it.
Yeah,
how much watch do you vape it on the Hammer of God?
Yeah, it's disappointing. I'm at 78 watts, so
Why is it
400
what does that mean?
do. You can do 400 on these.
Yeah, mine is at 160. Mine is at 160, but I haven't been vaping it for a while.
What coils do you have in there to get up to 160?
I think I have 4mm coils at the 0.14. Somebody in France made them for me, but I need to re-wig the tank though.
Yeah, I'm at 0.17. I could go higher.
But... No judgment here, Melon. It's okay, buddy.
I also took back the Pulse AIO V1 with the TDM, I think it's called, little pre-made coil.
Wait, I have to answer Ailey Bridges. If that's 2 times 8650, then holy damn, no, it's 4 times.
I'm gonna show.
Yeah, take them out. Be careful with those cogs, though.
Yeah, just gotta. It's a little bit more.
God damn, I thought there was 2 in there.
Wow.
Where did those other
Yeah,
2 come from?
You get 2 rows.
Yeah,
You
look how deep that thing is. It's a
have
square
one
block.
there, and
Oh my
I gotta make sure I'm not gonna put them in the wrong way. I think like this, and then one
Yeah, you
like
don't want to see
this.
sparks. Wait for the sparks to happen.
Oh god, no.
I'm gonna take it away just so I don't have to. It's not too shameful if it's gonna spark.
Oh,
No
we want to
sparks
see
yet.
that.
So you could like wash,
No
you could like
sparks
power
yet.
your washing machine off that thing for just a few minutes.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you
maybe
have
a
a
few
camera around with you and you see like a Tesla with some battery problems, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, charge your Tesla.
I can jumpstart my car with this.
No
This one is actually not mine. My girlfriend is using this one. I just
What is that little
Have it.
mouthpiece up there? What is that little guy doing?
it's
That's all?
tiny.
Look at
That's
that
from
little
the
thing.
Har RTA, I think.
Wow, that's cute.
Yeah, that's original for the Har. It's cute.
Huh.
And of course, stubby, but has been a bit neglected in the past few days.
Oh, poor.
Oh, poor
Poor
Bogan.
fella.
Poor Bogan.
Well, I think that's all. Maybe somewhere there are more. I don't know. And I got the rib kitty here, and up
That's
here
it.
is the still alive kitty. They're
I
both
like it.
with me now.
Mm.
Oh, you love your kitties.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Maybe
go to
she's
shall we go
getting
to the other
brothers.
disposable guy? Yeah, the and THC.
Yeah. and Speaking of kitties, you said this one over here. I got these things
A live one.
Oh.
climbing all over
Pick
me.
up the turkey. Pick up the turkey. No, just kidding,
Oh,
don't.
I can.
No, don't.
He actually can, yeah.
So, he's getting big. I hate to. He probably weighs. Oh man, I bet he weighs 30 pounds. He's
Yeah.
huge. So, all right. Well, let's see here. I don't know if I talked about this one yet or not. This is the new flying horse. I'm gonna start off on the THC. Did I show this one off before? I don't know. This is
again then.
okay. Well, this is a little bit different of a blend than what I'd seen before. This new THC-J I had never seen, and THC-8, I guess I'd never seen. But I'll tell you what, guys, this was the strongest THC vape that I've had, like hands down. Like this actually got me stoned the other night. I had to lay into it a little bit, but like nothing has done that for like months. So I love this company. I've had I think 3 or 4 of these different 9-gram vapes, but this is the only one I've had in this blend, and they did better this time around. So yeah, I like these guys. What else? Oh yeah. So I gotta talk about the Raz Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Did my video on this one. This thing's fun, and yeah, I kind of agree with Laced Up on this one. It tastes good, but it's just a little bit too much, man. It's just
Absolutely.
just too much food. But it blows my mind on how they can make it. The crust part is what
Yeah.
gets me.
Yeah.
It's almost eerie that they can do that. And then I almost tasted some whipped cream in there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, me
so
too.
strange that you can
Whipped
just sit
cream,
and
like
pick.
a creamy flavor is all right, but when the crust, the bakery flavor, like takes over on all the other flavors, I
does,
don't
yeah.
like it anymore. If it's
That's
too
what it
much
does.
flavor.
It's like
Yeah.
an earthy tone that desserts sometimes get. That's disgusting.
Well, you get the crust first, and then you get the whipped cream, and then you get the key lime.
Yeah, the key lime's definitely the last thing,
Yeah.
which you would think it would be the first. I mean, there's almost a little bit of cinnamon in there too. There's so many. That's got to be in that crust because you've got that kind of graham cracker
Yeah,
crust.
it does.
It's got that little bit of cinnamon. I mean, every aspect of the flavor is in there. So I mean, if you're into that thing, I'm sure this would be great. It's just Kitty, come on. But it's just a little too much for me.
I think it would be really nice when you just wake up and you have your first tea or coffee and then hit it a couple
Yeah.
times simultaneously
Yeah.
with your coffee. But it's not an all-day vape. It's not an all-day
but
vape.
after
I can
lunch,
see that.
After
I think the
lunch, drink a
graphics are
coffee, and
super cool.
That's perfect.
I took it to a Halloween event last night, and I was all painted up like I was in the video, and I was showing this to a lot of people. And everybody thought it was cool, the graphics.
Oh,
Got your
witch.
cool pumpkin thing. So I don't know.
That's
It's
showing,
cool. I'm gonna hang on to it. I'll probably put it in a drawer and just leave it there till next year. But I'm sure they'll do it again though. All right, so I wanted to do a live unboxing, and I'll let you guys pick the flavor because this one came to me recently. I'd never heard of these guys before.
Yeah,
Masking
Yeah.
with 2 Ks. Maskking. So, yeah, so we got strawberry. What was that say? Strawberry, pineapple, coconut, and we got blueberry, sour, raspberry. Which one should I open, guys? What do you think?
I've already tried them. I want to let the guys decide which ones.
Shall I make a poll in the chat or something?
We got
Yeah,
strawberry.
let me decide.
We got strawberry, pineapple, coconut,
Let me go to
and
studio.
then we got blueberry, sour, raspberry. So it looks like these are little 650 milliamp, and it doesn't say how like the milliliters, which it just says 15K puffs. So I guess we got to guess on that.
So let me start a poll then.
Look at
start a
this
poll.
adjustable airflow, Eric. Look at the adjustable airflow at the bottom of these things. Look how massive that thing is.
Oh, it's that whole thing.
Huge. Yeah, it's
What
the
flavors do we have? We have pineapple,
We
Yeah, you
have
strawberry, pineapple, coconut.
coconut.
and blueberry, sour, raspberry. Yeah, we can put up a poll and then just go back to me later. And I'll open.
And what's the other coconut something?
We have strawberry, pineapple, coconut, and blueberry, sour, raspberry.
Raspberry.
And like I legit
Blueberry.
can't decide because they both sound great.
Raspberry, blueberry, something. What?
Okay, here we go, Vic. Strawberry, pineapple, coconut.
Yeah.
All right, and blueberry, sour, raspberry.
Oh, sour. Sour was
Yeah.
yes.
That's a lot of berry.
It will give you a forest feeling. I'm starting the poll on my channel now, so.
I'm gonna write down your score on which one you do. I've already done the review on that. I'm gonna write down the score on what I think you're gonna give it.
Okay.
There's a poll on my channel, people, so you can place your bets now. Vote.
Well, so I'll pass it on, then we'll go back to me when our poll has some votes.
That's 9 votes now. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do my buffet, and after my buffet, we'll we'll check out the poll, I guess.
Yeah. What you got, Vic?
Here we go. I got a little bit of a mixed buffet today. Of course, I'm drinking some beer, some Crank the Juice by Moersleutel. Come on, focus. There we go. Really nice hazy IPA. 5.5%.
How do you say it?
Moersleutel. If you look, you see a wrench. You see that? Or a spanner,
Yeah.
depending on which English you use. A really, really fruity flavored hoppy beer, yummy. So as for the vapes, it's a little bit different than usual because I've been sick. Let's dive down. There we go. Oh, you see my mouse mat here. Let's start out with my disposables. I'm on the OVNS here, at 30 watts, it's 5% nicotine, the Blue Res Ice, and you already seen this one. Is you pronounce that flavor? FCUKENG Fab. Fucking fabulous, right? But nice. There's some nice animation there, but and then I'm on some pod systems. I'm here on the Eco Nano Pro, which is the upgraded version of the Melon, just with the useless screen here that I don't like, but you got some power adjustment and airflow adjustment now. So now it's in normal mode, eco mode they call it, and power mode. And now they state this pod can do 25,000 puffs. So they doubled it up. Of course, I'm still on my Pixel here, which has a touch screen. If you swipe it 2 times, you can adjust the wattage. You got a whole menu in there. You got your airflow adjustment on the side, and inside of that, I have a French liquid called Saiyan Juice by Smoke, Frozen Zeus, which is really nice. Then I'm also on the Horizon Tech Talon 3, which uses temp control on the stainless steel pods. And I'm using this bar series desserts, banana caramel, which is really nice. Yeah. This thing has some decent output though. And I'm also on this direct long pod is the Nevox, which also has an animation there. It's a Nevox AR Pro, I think, to be checked. XR Pro, and pumps out 53 watts as I have set it up now. I have there something with melon, some sort of type of melon in there. Now going to a little bit more advanced on the Pixel by Vapors Cloud, with a nice matching tank in there. It looks really nice. And inside of that, I have a Rebel Bogan Juice plum job that has the flavor of musk. That is a candy well known in Australia and South Africa. So it has like a floral note. It's pretty different. Okay. And then I'm on the Aspire Mix here with what was it? The Hazard RTA and which uses Boral RBAs, and I have the Hazard RBA inside there. And I'm using this liquid by Zeus Juice from the UK, strawberry kiwi. Really delicious. This thing kind of crackles nicely, if you can hear that. That's some really nice crackle.
Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing when it makes that noise, or what?
Not everybody, but most of us love that crackle, you know.
Oh, okay.
Like, then I'm also on the TRML with the nitrous RDA on top. And I was using this to clear my throat. I had a special liquid from, I think this is made in the US though, but it's Evermint menthol. It's like brain freeze liquid #1 for me. So icy, but it cleared my throat. And now I can do a little bit of direct lung again. So I'm really happy with that. PL setup. I'm using the Geek Vape Solo with Dead Rabbit 2 RTA with some Rebel Bogan Plum Job, which is a tobacco and plum flavor. So it's really sweet. And moving to a little bit more advanced vaping, I'm using a mechanical mod here, which has no safeties, with the Osiris 30mm RTA, and a liquid made by someone in Australia, Licious, the boysenberry jam scone. Yeah. And then I have set up today this Regenesis mod, birded out.
Oh, yeah.
With the upside down cross here, and the RTA also in the inside has an upside down cross there, as you can see. Oh, you cannot really see because and I'm dripping some strawberry, raspberry, cherry on there by Zodiac, Zeus Juice Zodiac line. So
Zeus Juice must be popular. You guys always have a lot of Zeus Juice.
Yeah,
it's very popular in the UK, so I have to import that though. Let me dive back up. Let's take a look at your poll, Eric. Let's see.
Where are we at?
We have 14 votes. Oh, they want pineapple, strawberry, coconut, 57%. Sour raspberry, blueberry got 43%. So,
oh, wow. So it was pretty split. Okay. All right. So it was.
Your Wi-Fi's messing up.
Yeah, back to,
so was it the strawberry, pineapple, coconut? That's one we're going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
A bit of ASMR there.
Ooh, it's all blingy. Look at that.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, you weren't kidding. It does have the huge thing on the bottom. That's wild.
Yeah, the turntable is wild.
So it's with my fat fingers, I can get in here and change your draw adjustment. Okay. So, all right. Little screen on the side, so it kind of looks like a Geek Bar, almost exactly like a Geek Bar in size.
Yeah, on the front. Yeah, and you got your turbo button at the bottom.
Is that okay? Yeah, button on the bottom. So that's just, I can't really see this right now because of the light out here.
Neither can we because of your internet.
Whatever it's doing. Okay, so let's try this thing. Oh. That's different. So yeah, kind of like what you would think. Kind of like yeah, it's like a pina colada with a little bit of strawberry. So I get it. Although this one isn't. It's not a super pronounced flavor. Like it's kind of mild overall. Let's see.
So but what flavors are you getting on the inhale, and what are you getting on the exhale?
More coconut than anything.
Yeah, you got it.
But
Exactly.
coconut always does that every time. Coconut's just one of those things that tends to overpower. So
Yeah, it definitely does.
not much strawberry, I don't think. I mean, it's there. I can tell there's something different because I had a peanut. Well, Lacey, you got the pina colada in this too, right?
No, I didn't get that one. I had
Oh,
the
okay.
mint,
Well,
the grape ice, and the bubble gum.
Okay, well, they sent me a pina colada, and this one just has a little bit more fruity, so you can tell that that's probably that strawberry doing that. But it's not. To me, this just doesn't have nearly as much flavor as like something like this. This is just a mouthful of flavor.
Yeah.
Haley
yeah.
has a
This
question
is
for
more
you.
mild. So no, not overly sweet at all. So but actually, a lot of people, including myself, back in the day, I wasn't really into the really sweet ones, but I'm getting more into that now. I would have liked this more like a year ago than what I like it now.
Yep. To me, it tastes like juice from like a year ago. It does,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
That's
It
for
doesn't
sure, yeah.
it doesn't taste like a Mr. Fogg or an Elf bar that's got that really candy juice. This tastes more like something a little bit more boutique, I guess. So
What's your
it's
score on
okay.
it? I wrote down the score. I know exactly what you're gonna give it.
Okay, that's cool. So I see.
My score,
Live.
I'd probably give this like I don't know. I don't score stuff on like a number system, so it would be hard to say. But
No, yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't,
this
dude.
is. I mean, no. I would if I had to do numbers. I mean, probably like around like a 5 on
Yeah,
this.
nice. Brutal. I love
Just kind
it.
of 5, maybe 6. I mean, kind of low. It just doesn't taste like much, you know.
No.
So
I think our life and Earl and Jackie has a question for everybody, all, including chat. What's a good green apple ice? See, well, it's like a liquid that is a good green apple and ice. And he's
none of them,
over in
if you ask me. I
yeah,
can't do green apple anymore.
he lost his favorite brand, and he now wants to find something that can replace that.
Are you talking about
Depends
a
on what
disposable or are you talking about
kind.
juice? Juice or disposable?
He's talking about the juice,
Oh.
or maybe
Should
a
be
disposable.
more
I don't know.
sweet or more a natural kind of apple.
Yeah, he
I
needs to-
think that depends. Like I think Yeti
He,
does
he
good.
likes the sweet. He states here. I like the sweet.
Yeah, probably Yeti does. I think Yeti does an apple ice that's pretty good.
Yeah,
If
but
it
that's a UK brand. I think that's hard to come by in the States, though.
I don't know. We have them in Switzerland. I don't know states wise, but
I don't know
that's
if Yeti
actually
is in
a
the States.
delicious apple. It tastes more than apple than anything else.
But that's
But
not
it's
Yeti.
not that
That's
sweet.
something else. What's
Right at the
what's
bottom, you got apple. Yeah, it's. I don't think it's the light is a
too
little
much
bit weak.
glare? Too much glare. Apple, yeah.
Red delicious
Well-
apple with some other stuff.
Well,
But it has-
righty. Well,
has
from what country is that flavor?
Ooh, let me check if I can see that. Karlsruhe. I think that's Germany.
Yeah, sounds very German.
I don't know anybody. Honestly, I don't
don't
know anybody that does anything but vape disposables over here. Honestly.
yeah, I have a couple
Yeah.
buddies that are still on the older systems, but for the most part, everyone else I know, and those are just guys that are holdouts that haven't really gone to disposables. But I see them using them more and more.
The holdouts.
Yeah.
Holdouts. There
Holdouts?
are new devices released all the time, Eric.
Eric, so Eric, I saw your channel. I might have commented on a couple of yours. I saw your channel about a week ago. I think I commented on your channel or something. I watched a few of your videos. So shout out to your boy, Bubby. I came in there and said hello in a couple of your videos. You do a lot of reviews. Don't
Yeah.
you, Eric? He does a
Well,
lot.
I don't know. I mean, I try to.
the guy that always pops up in the chat, the guy you were just talking about, Bick, the guy that was down at the bottom asking the question.
Our life and
Yeah,
Earl?
Our Life. Yeah, I commented
okay.
on his channel. I saw his channel the other day. I watched a few of his videos.
Yeah, he was doing like these old school reviews of these old mods he obtained somewhere. Those were cool to watch, man. Those like ancient mods.
The hold on. So I have two questions, and this is for Melon and Vic too. So what's your go-to vape? Because there's no way when you go out of the house you carry multiple ones of these things, right? How many do you carry out? You do? How many do you carry?
I do.
Multiple?
It depends on the day. If I'm just going like for an evening with my girlfriend out, it's probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
If I go to work for a day, that's more like 4 or 5.
God.
Wow.
All right, so what is your go-to? Like, what's your favorite one right now? If you had to lose them all and you were keeping one right now, what would be your one that you carry?
I can't pick one, but I can pick my dailies. That's possible. I think currently my daily setup is this.
Okay.
It's the Reload S with the pulse just for squonking, because that gives me really the best flavor I can have.
Yeah.
Borrow because it has good flavor. The ether gives great flavor and it's tiny. And this just for really not, if I'm out in public and I don't want to make a scene with like something like this, I take the Pulse, the Lux XR Max. This is really the pod. If you want to go to pods, this is the one I would ever recommend.
Okay.
If I go out for a couple of hours, I'll grab something like this. If
I love the
go to the
supermarket
supermarket that's around the corner, I'll grab 2 pod systems.
You put all these things in your pocket when you walk out of the house. You got these.
Yeah, if I have a coat, I can.
Let me show you.
You gotta just wear a good belt.
Yeah.
If I'm in my truck, I have a little box in my car with all kinds of pod systems in there.
Great.
My Geek Vape Legend 3 is in there with the Dead Rabbits 2024 edition there. I'll grab something that I want to use, like maybe a dripper for the long hauls in the truck, so I can drip in the truck, you know. I grab a squonker, a couple pod systems, things I'm testing for reviews, like this pod, you know. I need to use them.
Yeah.
And I have a 12-hour work shift in the truck, and I can vape all day what I want. So yeah, I have a lot there. A couple of
what about
if
juice?
I go
What about
out
juice
for-
wise? Can you do juice? Like, could you narrow it down to like your best top 3 juices that you're using right now?
The juices that I love the most are the Rebel Bogan, the Zeus Juice, and the Delicious now at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the
For
brands
me,
that. And
it's
like
also
I have a
free
carry bag. I even have like a special carry bag for my vapes. Wait, I'll get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that right after this too. Where's the third bottle? These 2. That's a passion fruit and what's it called? Peach. The number 3. That's the one in my little pot, and it's weird if I read it to you. The flavors are watermelon. I said I never vape watermelon. I do vape watermelon. Watermelon, watermelon, mint, cucumber, and lemon.
Wow, I like that.
That sounds good.
And
those are all flavors I like.
For a small out and bite, I always carry a little bag for just some juices. And if I go to work, I always have this whole bag with like a shit ton of batteries inside there.
Oh my God!
The thought of running out of battery or juice is a panic moment to me. So I'm really prepping.
Yeah, you suffer from low energy anxiety, right? Or low juice anxiety. Always
low juice anxiety. Well. That's right.
That's crazy.
As for me, I have like this little bag here. It's like here. This is my working bag. I already got a new one for when I want to look clean, but this is the most useful. I can put like a juice bottle here or a mechanical vape. I can easily fit tools eventually, but I usually put a dual battery mod in there. And then I can have like several mods in here. I can even fit the Hammer of God in here. Look, goes in here quite easy. You see?
That's a cute bag. I need that.
That's a BP mods bag, though. That's really nice. And, yeah, I can hang it around myself. That's quite useful for a vapor like me.
Yeah, I think I usually carry about. I mean, 4 or 5, I think. But I usually, I just stick to vaping. When I stick, like that Sour Skittles VHO, I didn't touch anything else until that thing was gone. So it's hard for me to find one that I just stick with. I'm always switching back and forth.
See, I just grab whatever I'm using for the next review, and because I'm not super particular about. I don't really care that much, just as long as I don't hate it. I'll vape it.
Yeah, damn.
So I
wish
usually just grab one nicotine disposable and then one backup, and then one THC disposable and then one backup. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
always
really
have like
particular
multiple
about my vape.
flavors. I like a couple hits from a certain flavor and
So
then change
Yeah.
the
we
other
have the
flavor.
graveyard. We have the graveyard over here that we're not even. This is just maybe like 100 in here. This is just the graveyard vapes. This is just from maybe 3 weeks that we just accumulate. So most of them are gone in other people's hands being enjoyed. Like if I'm not vaping them, I like to share and have other people so they're not just going to waste. So
yeah, I used to give a lot of them away. I haven't so much recently because, well, this one company sent me 150 vapes once, so I gave a lot of those away.
God damn.
Oh, the V cup. That's V
Yeah,
cup.
I was sending those to people all over the world.
Who was it? Who did that?
V Cup.
What the hell
Cup.
It
is
was
a
this
V-Cup?
brand. It was one of my first sponsors, and they asked me how much I wanted them to pay me, and I didn't know, so I just asked them to send me a whole bunch of vapes, and they sent me. I asked them to send me like 15 vapes, and they sent me 15 boxes of 10.
Oh my gosh.
So,
It's like
Damn, man.
I have
back
some-
in his garden. Beep, 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 beep. Oh,
Yeah.
industrial sponsorship deal here.
I still got like 2 boxes of them that are expired that I didn't end up giving away. So
This company back in the day, it was Snoopy Smokes. I don't have the top, but they
oh,
sent
with the
me,
2, yeah.
yeah, this company sent me like 200 of them, and it's like but I don't have the top piece, but the tip goes in here, and then this has a tank, and then once that runs out, you switch it over here. Cool idea, but then you lose the shit, and then
I thought
like,
it was so dumb
yeah,
because you lose the other mouthpiece.
yeah, you lose the mouthpiece, and then you can't smoke it. And then you're sitting here trying to put your mouth over the two things and holding the side
Yeah.
of it. And,
Yeah.
and then, they never gave me a call back after I said how terrible it was.
But that is the cool thing. You can hit both of it at once if you just put your mouth
Yeah,
over
but
the whole
I
thing.
don't want to get to that point. That's just crazy.
I actually forgot one thing in my butt vape that I'm vaping that I want to show, so I'm going to do it anyway. This
No
is
rules here, Bick.
I like that one.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Smarter sent me this one. This is being released at the expo this weekend in Birmingham. And they already said it came this week to me. It's like a pre-filled pod system. So you got your pod here that has the liquid. Then you have like your separate coil that you can switch out that's held by a magnet there. And this is your battery. And I like the way this looks because like it looks mature, it's not all those childish lights and colors and stuff like that. It's just a vape. It does MTL.
I like that too.
So I'm like, okay, I saw their brand. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a video for this thing because the way you present yourself. And actually, if Apple would make a vape, it would look like this, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just with a big Apple logo on the side.
So I kind of want to support them, and they're also gonna make some cigalikes, like a Duo, it's called, and then it has like 2 cigarettes in there in a charging box.
Oh, that's cute.
I'd like to see some more of those.
I
I
like
enjoyed those Elf Bar ones when I had them because it just kind of gives you that old cigarette feel.
It's very tiny. Look how it's like I can conceal it in my hand. You
Yeah,
won't
I
see
don't have
it.
anything like that.
Yeah.
There's nothing small.
I like the idea of a replaceable
think-
coil inside of pre-filled pods. It's really
Yeah,
eco-friendly and all of that. But you get the
That's
easeability.
also the idea behind
Easy.
Smarter is like to
Yeah.
reduce your footprint on the on Mother Earth.
Yeah, it's
Not
a
on
neat
Mother
idea.
Russia, but on Mother Earth. So, shall we do some news? Because we still
Yeah.
have some news lined up. Or you have one more thing to say?
Yeah, I want to show you something I just found. You made me pull this back out, and I quickly looked inside my coil drawer and saw 2 things. I just got to show you. I think I showed them before. Those are beautiful little aliens that come preheated. They are pre-glowed.
Oh yeah, that's why they already have that color.
Yeah.
Coloring.
I never saw that. I have still to try them, but I saw something else. A Swiss coil maker made coils just for me. Those are like huge 5mm coils.
For your Valkyrie.
Jesus.
Yeah, that would work in the Valkyrie, exactly. Didn't even
Yeah, you
think
can,
of
you
that.
can stuff there 5 millimeter coils. I've done it before. It will
Yeah.
fit easily.
I got still two of
How
them.
many ohms are they?
We're gonna look at that now. You got to look at the name.
Big
Those are my
melons.
big melons.
Ah,
0.25,
25.
nice.
and he
So
does Nichrome 90 and that stainless steel. That's such a great combo. The speed of Nichrome 90, the ramp up time is so quick. With the flavor and the heat of the stainless steel, it makes of such a great combo. I use different.
Oh, I'm jealous.
That's super cool, man.
Yeah.
Another bottle I use from the same guy. This one regularly, RDL Alien Duffley edition. That's like a Muppet. What's
Muppet.
like that?
Muppet.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
For you too.
And he, I don't know what's in English. And he does Nichrome 80, 90, and stainless steel in these aliens, and they are really, really fucking crackly.
See, I have a feeling it
Beautiful.
would be a lot harder for like me or Laced Up to get somebody to get Elf Bar to make us a disposable.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to make. He just had the wire and put them on.
But those 80, those 5 millimeter, they will come down to 0.125.
0.2. I think they're going to be a little bit higher. That's probably not accurate.
But Lace, have you ever talked to anybody about making like a signature item for you? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hold on until about about a month and a half, and I'll
Yeah.
give you some cool news. I've been holding on to it for a little while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be
It's
something
very
cool to
exciting.
do down the line. I think I would rather do something that is a vaping thing other than merch, because I know a lot of people do merch, and I just don't know if
The
people
merch
would
stuff
buy
is
it.
something that I would do like by myself, just for a selected amount of people. But for partnering up with somebody, yeah, I've been talking to somebody kind of behind the scenes about a few things. I just don't like the directions vapes are heading. It's just annoying to me. Like it's just like I don't want to talk on a phone, and I don't want to, like, I've had this thing sitting here for about a week. I mean, this thing is a full blown like iPhone. I mean, you've got apps
Oh,
and
yeah, it's like
everything.
you're gonna do a tech review.
Yeah, like I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
do that.
There's one guy who has a tech channel, and he did a review on that vape. He
Yeah,
calls
yeah.
it
That's
the cancer-causing device with smartphone options.
Exactly. It's just I don't like I don't like that. I had one and I already gave it to somebody else. I just don't like reviewing that type of stuff. And plus it, like, then I got to do two separate things, and I got to film it up. Like, I don't support that type of vaping stuff with phones and shit on there. Honestly, I just miss the old school days. Like this is I kind of just like old school stuff with a little screen like this, but they just don't
Yeah.
taste good. They just don't have a lot of
And
good
they put
flavor
all
to
kinds
them.
of animations and color screens, and actually on my devices as well. You know, I got all the information I need here. Just
Yeah.
yeah,
plain and
simple.
my wattage, my puffs, my resistance, the voltage.
Yeah.
What more do I need actually? You know? Oh, I can put colors and but
Yeah,
it just
well,
needs to vape correctly.
we know we know what they're marketing this stuff towards, so it's pretty obvious. But
Well,
I
I
just
think when they started putting juice level and battery level on there, that was great. That was needed.
yeah,
And a draw
Yeah.
adjustment, of course, but I really think that's about all you need. The rest of it is just fluff. And I agree. I think the juices got a little worse because they're cutting corners on the juices to allocate for all these features that I don't care about.
Mhm.
So
I don't know
So
what's in my
microwave
soundtrack and
oven has
pocket
a
anymore.
suggestion. Laced up vape signature sauerkraut and hot dog water
I
flavored
have no
vape.
idea what that means. I would if I had it still would be better than whatever the hell is setting over here. I would vape that rather than what's setting right there. That's how bad
But
this is.
Melon would know what sauerkraut was.
No,
Of
yeah,
course, it's delicious.
It's delicious.
I love it.
yeah.
It's
for a
German, though.
long
It's
time,
not
that
Swiss.
was the only food I could think of that I did not like. But I'll even eat some of it now with the right thing. But I've never really been into the German food all that much.
Sauerkraut is
Oh,
delicious,
what
man.
happened to laced up?
I'm right here. Well, Rouladen's German, right? Rouladen and Wiener
Yeah.
Schnitzel. Yeah. I've
Yeah. No, Wiener,
I don't think I've ever even
Wiener
had those.
Schnitzel
no,
is Australian.
no. Rouladen. My best friend's mom is German,
Austrian.
and it's Rouladen. We had a lot. That was great. And then
That's delicious.
yes, Rouladen.
Schnitzel is Austrian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I like that. And then
That's delicious. Well, I'm a big scone.
Now, is there like a German population? German restaurant was when I was visiting family in Virginia, and they all went out to
Really?
eat, and we went to a German restaurant, and I'd never done that around here because there just
There
aren't
is a
any.
couple actually, but no, not it's really here is there's mostly just Latinas and everything. I mean,
That's what it
it's a
is all
huge
here.
population of Puerto Rican and
I guess
it's a mix.
Well, the
German
town near me is like
kitchen is not
15,000
that.
people, and there's 4 Mexican restaurants in it.
Really,
Yeah.
Mexican restaurants are the biggest thing here. I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah,
They're
they're
everywhere.
huge here too.
We
And
don't
you
get
you
Mexican
used to see
restaurants.
Chinese restaurants. There were a lot of buffets, but COVID killed all that. There's none of those anymore.
Oh damn,
Mm.
really?
And they were great too. I loved them, man.
Yeah,
I wish we had
we
more
still got
Mexican
quite a few.
restaurants.
We still got quite a few. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick restroom break.
Yeah, right on.
Just as I did.
See, we can do that now. When it was just me and Bick, you know, somebody have to go to the bathroom, then you're just kind of like, hey, what's up, folks?
Hello.
Hey, Eric, you keep him occupied.
Yeah.
Do your belly dance.
Yeah, then Bick forgets to
please
turn
do
his
that.
wireless off, and we gotta listen to him. We
Is he
weren't
singing?
live that time when that happened. I don't think.
No, yeah, I was not live.
Is he a singing guy while pissing or not? More the quiet
He
guy.
wasn't that day. No, we had to listen to it in all of its glory.
Okay. So got the full experience there.
Like a waterfall. You hear the waterfall and then flushing the toilet.
Because you only rent beer. That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
No, I used this new stuff for my hair today. I think it worked out all right. I got this haircut, and I thought she cut it too short at first, but it's growing on me, I guess.
I'm gonna get them.
Yeah,
And
will grow
it's
back,
growing.
don't worry. Look, I need to go to the barber, man. Look at this, man.
Yeah, me
It's getting
too.
ridiculous, Bick.
That's why
You
I'm
should be
wearing the
ashamed
cap.
of yourself.
No, I'm just wearing a cap.
I'm gonna go next week.
I have a Sibom Guy's logo on my cap. It's a smoking
That's
kami.
cool.
It's a vaping kami from Dragon Ball.
Nice. You're all matching today. Look at you.
Yeah. I don't have red
He's
socks.
prepared.
Though. He's prepared.
You can lie. We don't see it. You
I
can even
still
lie
need to give
about
me a
your
wireless.
panties. We don't see them.
Yeah,
Shall
I
we
need to
jump
get me one of those wirelesses, but I probably won't do it for a while now.
Shall we
Wait
jump
till-
into the most boring part of the show?
We can.
I don't know if it's the most boring.
No, we'll make it less
It's the
boring.
most
though.
important part.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the most important part.
it is
Okay.
that.
There we go. So we got some news items here. First off, the FDA. The FDA in the States. Today, the U.S. It's the 22 of October. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, in collaboration with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, announced the administrative seizure of approximately 3 million units of unauthorized e-cigarettes products, with the estimated retail value of 76 million. The seizures were part of July joint operation to examine incoming shipments and prevent illegal e-cigarettes from entering the country. Damn, this is going to be good for my English. The FDA is on high alert in coordination with our federal partners, remains committed to stopping unauthorized e-cigarettes at our nation's borders, said FDA Commissioner Robert M. Califf, MD. These products too often end up in kids' hands. A newly formed federal task force is well positioned to collectively combat this unscrupulous activity. We lost Laystop, by the way. In June, the FDA Department of Justice announced a joint federal task force to curb the distribution and sale of illegal e-cigarettes. Operations like these are an example of ongoing law enforcement work across federal agencies, which are now increasing in frequency with the creation of the task force. So there's a lot of to read. Who's next? You're next, Melon.
From the top, I just listened. Okay. CBP's trade enforcement mission places a significant emphasis on intercepting illicit products that could harm American consumers, said Troy A. Miller, senior official performing the duties of the commissioner of CBP. What the hell is that title? We will continue to work with our enforcement partners to identify and seize unsafe and unlawful goods. Yeah. In preparation for the operation, the joint team worked for several months to review shipping invoices, identifying potential violations, incoming shipments, and damn, man. Complete all the investigation work. I thought my English wasn't that bad, man. Damn, that's hard.
Violation turned into violations.
Can we just do a TLDR here?
I can take over if you guys want me to.
Yeah, please.
In China, the team found various brands of illegal e-cigarettes, including Geek Bar and others. In an attempt to evade duties and detection, most of these unauthorized e-cigarettes were intentionally misdeclared as items with no connection to vaping products and with incorrect values. Products that are seized and forfeited to the government will be disposed of in accordance with the CBP authorities. This isn't the first joint seizure operation, and it won't be the last. We will continue to relentlessly pursue those attempting to smuggle illegal e-cigarettes, said Brian King, PhD, MPH, director of the FDA Center for Tobacco Products. The 76 million that these bad actors just put in the dumpster should be sobering reminder that their time and money would be better spent complying with the law. The Joint Federal Task Force will continue to focus on actions to stop the illegal importation and distribution of unauthorized e-cigarette products in the United States. This may include investigating and prosecuting new criminal, civil, seizure, and forfeiture actions under the Prevent All Cigarette Trafficking Act, the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Acts, as amended by the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act, and other authorities. Violations of these statutes can result in felony convictions and significant criminal fines, as well as civil monetary penalties. They can also result in the seizures of unauthorized products, which can help to make illegal e-cigarettes less accessible, including to the youth. Oh, I finished that one up for you, Melon.
Thank you. Man, I didn't know how bad my English is.
I also stumble. And then we have a picture. This is one of the products they seized.
Ooh, how dangerous. It's a cherry
bomb. Yeah, it says it's the word bomb in it. Oh.
So I wonder
on the plan.
Like if it's just stuff like that is, geek bars and stuff that we see sold here legally, I wonder what is it about these shipments that is making it illegal?
Probably
because they are not reported them correctly as vape products.
And I've always wondered, where are these getting sold? And are these ones that are just getting sold in vape stores that we consider legitimate?
Probably. Let's be honest. Probably
in those numbers, you would think it would have to be. It can't just be people selling these in alleys and stuff. Those have to be being sold in stores.
But the number for me is a really great indicator. Like how many millions in value they seized? That's a big fucking industry, and they just catching a little tiny part of that. Just imagine how big the industry is. You're not going to stop that from just catching a few.
Are you guys hearing this? I'm sorry. Are you guys hearing this noise? There's just like 1,000 blackbirds like over here in this tree. It's just like
sounds like water.
Now you're
birds. I'm sorry I interrupted, but that's the noise.
Yeah. You don't really hear it though.
Okay.
But but the Geek Bar is like actually legit, right? In the States.
Yeah.
They're probably just evading taxes. That's probably it.
They're evading taxes, and if it's on the illegal market, it doesn't go to the stores. It's something else. Like, the illegal market is selling to kids because they don't have the age verification the stores have. So
it's not necessarily that it's anything that it's illegal about the product itself. It's illegal in the way that it was imported into the country.
Yeah, probably.
in that many, that's most likely. But I can also see like redistributors doing that, getting them without taxes in the country just to keep out and stuff, and even
Make
post
more
getting to
profit.
legit stores, right?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can absolutely see that. That's
With
I
these
can see that
tax
with these
happening.
evasion is a
numbers,
very huge thing for big
Yeah,
business. So
well,
absolutely.
76 million. It's not only going to be like the street dealer, I guess.
yeah, in that numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just it. You know, it can't just be, what we traditionally think of as black market. It's going to be more of like a
Yeah,
white collar black market kind of thing.
yeah,
Like a
So,
street dealer would buy like a couple vapes directly from China for 4K. Like, yeah, getting
yeah, and it's
thousands of
not going to
watts.
be in the millions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know. I
But
know.
from
Trump is for vaping though. That's what I heard. Trump wants vapes.
Trump definitely is for it. It's the Democrat side is even trying to kill Zyn. They don't
Mhm.
even want Zyn to be available for people.
Mhm.
They're trying to
Yeah.
kill vaping. They're moving on to that. So and as
It's for
far
the
as the
brainwash.
THC
It's
stuff, I
for the
mean, a lot of people
brainwash.
don't realize that none of this THC stuff was legal until Trump signed the Farm Bill into law in 2018. You could
Mhm.
not have any type of marijuana in a red state in the United States, and only just some blue states. And now you can get this stuff in 50 states, and that wasn't until 2018. So, I mean, it's because Republicans generally aren't for marijuana in the United States.
Yeah.
But the main reason for that is because of the crime with marijuana. So when you take the crime out of it and you can have
yeah,
something that's lower THC and is legal,
Mhm.
it's a very good thing. And I like the way that we could have this everywhere. And then in blue states, you can still have legal marijuana where they want that. I think it's a really good situation right now. So yeah, for this kind of stuff, Trump is definitely the better person. If you're on the fence on that and looking for something on the vaping side of things to help make your decision, Trump's more for that.
Mhm.
Ashley is quite well informed. That's what she says. Very few vapes are technically FDA approved, but as long as they aren't labeled incorrectly, then they can be sold. It's a matter of red
yeah.
tape, and yeah, it's Camilla's last ditch to
Effort
effort
to gain voters. Well said.
gamer votes. Yeah,
It's been a very interesting show these last couple
Yeah.
weeks of this election stuff going on. It's been very fun to watch.
It's getting crazy. It
yeah
is, man. They're starting to take some serious
it's
stabs,
even
but
reaching the news here in the Netherlands.
Oh
Everything that
yeah,
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's very
seeing
insane.
these candidates getting on these modern podcasts where you can just see them just like regular people, like seeing JD Vance on Theo Vaughn and
Yeah,
Trump with
exactly.
Joe Rogan, like that's
Yeah, I
cool
watched
getting to
that.
see that.
Kamala doesn't do that though.
Nah, she doesn't talk to anybody, it seems.
Yeah,
But
so it's been very interesting. But guys, I gotta head out. My wife and kid just got here too. I've got to depart. So pleasure. Thank
yeah,
you guys
thanks
for having
for
me on.
well, thanks for being here, man.
joining us.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
I'll
What a
being
check you
here.
great
guys
show.
hopefully next Sunday, if not the following one.
Yeah, you can
Absolutely,
pop
man.
in anytime because it's nice to have you here. So
Great having
yeah,
you.
All right,
great
guys.
guy.
See
Yeah,
y'all.
thanks,
See you,
man.
bud. Enjoy the rest of your day, man.
At least now you can see the
Yeah.
background. Yay! Eric in
So,
the middle.
hey, I worked hard on this stuff, right? A lot of it's gonna die back. This won't last too much longer. And the big castor bean back there, once the frost hits it, it'll be toast pretty quick.
Yeah, I got an assignment for you, Eric. When it's really snowed outside, first thing in the morning, before anything walks in there, make a video with a vape. Your cloud's gonna be twice as huge because it's gonna
Yeah.
be cold, and
Mhm.
everything will be covered in snow. And like, bum bum, you put the Christmas hat on and stuff like that. You know.
Oh, sure. Dude, I'll totally do something like that. Now that I've been shooting outside some, yeah, absolutely. It doesn't
We
really
also
snow here that much, and when it does, it doesn't really stick around for very long. But we do get a few snows at least every year, so you could do something like that. It'd be cool.
excuse my German. I opened up new beer for the next news segment. A double IPA, 8%. Getting it. This is my cure, right? For being a little bit
Yeah.
sick. Alcohol will kill the germs for sure.
Yep, feel the burn. That's the sickness and the cure.
We also
That's what I
have
always
some
said.
Swiss news, and it's actually a follow-up on the Swiss news we had before, actually. So here we go. Man, smuggling 190 liters. I have to use Google Translate for this, though.
Yeah.
Vape
Yeah.
swing.
Because what the heck is vape swing?
Yeah.
You know, they didn't even do the say correctly in German. Instead of saying he had 190 liters of juice with nicotine, they said juice with tobacco. So
Oh.
they didn't even get it right in German.
Ha.
Shortly after the amendment of the Swiss Tobacco Act, a first smuggler was caught and had around 190 liters of liquid
He's
containing
an
tobacco.
it.
Here we go. And, let's look at this guy's trunk, right? Look, this is his trunk.
Ah.
That's for
I think he
private
could
use. I
fit
use
in
that in a
more
week.
boxes. Yeah, he could fit in more
Is that a
boxes.
Volvo?
Yeah, we argued about that in our WhatsApp group. It's probably a Volvo XC90.
Okay. He looks
Oh,
like
you have
one.
like a vaping WhatsApp group there? That's
We
cool.
have one from Switzerland, yeah.
Yeah, okay, let me go to this part. The Swiss one was caught smuggling 190 liters of liquid containing around 190 liquid across the border. According to the press release by the Federal Office of Customs and Border Security, the smuggling goods had a value of several thousand
Several
euros.
10,000. What's
Yeah,
several
10,000.
10,000? Okay.
Yeah, it's
a little bit smaller scale as the FDA, though.
we gotta be honest
Investigating
here. It's from 20 minutes. That's the news site, and it's known for being trash. So that's why it's even in German, it's really bad.
Okay.
Investigations are now being conducted against the men over the violations of customs, tobacco, and VAT law. That's the tax law.
Yeah.
Only a few hours after the amendment of the Swiss Tobacco Tax Act, first customs authority already caught the tobacco smuggler in October. A Swiss wanted to bring several carton boxes full of e-cigarette liquid across the French-Swiss border. Since the amendment of the law, nicotine-containing liquids, e-cigarettes, and disposable electronic devices with and without nicotine have also been taxed. Hey, this English is way much easier than the one of the FDA article.
Yeah.
According to the press release by the Federal Office of Customs and Border Security, FOCA, the 53-year-old was checked early in the morning by employees of the authority in his passenger car. He carried 187.3 liters and declared nicotine-containing liquid with a value of multiple 10,000s of euros. So this is after they unboxed his car a little bit, unpacked his car. You see the customs car there in the background. They got more pictures, though.
Do we know what juice is in there?
They don't show. They don't show.
No.
We want to see the juice.
Figure out which store that's gonna be.
I guess he got this for his friends and stuff like that, or maybe to sell. According to the announcement, the man stated that he had been too late the day before at the customs office in Basel and could not declare his goods therefore. He then went to the unoccupied Morgan's border crossing, but where a mobile border check was carried out on that day. So he was really in some bad luck there.
Yeah.
Investigations are now being conducted against the man over violations of the customs, tobacco, and VAT law. In addition to a fine, the smuggler must also pay the crown taxes, since the goods were intended for specialist trade, according to the authorities. Customs Search West also initiated investigation against the 53-year-old. But does this mean he will get his boxes back or not?
No,
He has
no
to pay
chance.
the tax. But if I pay the tax, I want my boxes. Right?
He probably has to pay a fine and they will get destroyed. That's most
I
likely.
also have like this action picture here of the customs.
Stock footage.
Some real raw footage there. That's poor 53-year-old man. He just wanted some nicotine.
I wonder.
Current guess. Current guess. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just wonder, like, if you might have people that were traditionally smuggling things that had higher penalties, like illegal drugs might be moving into smuggling vapes just because the penalties might be a lot less and the money might even be better right now. I wonder.
Not in Switzerland. We aren't that regulated to make it profitable to smuggle vapes. Our
Okay.
current guess is that the law was enacted on the 1st of October, and it was at 12 o'clock in the middle of the day when the law actually got activated. So probably someone either private or that has a shop or knows somebody that has a shop, we're not sure there, probably wanted to go to France and get it in the country, but missed the 12 o'clock mark and was just like half a day too late. For me, it's really interesting to see the Border Patrol actually checking border when the tobacco law got enacted. That shows how committed the law enforcement is to actually regulate all of the new laws. They are really behind us right now.
See, here that doesn't usually happen. Whenever there is a
Like
vaping
more
ban, a lot of
taxes
times
on the
it's not
liquids now,
enforced.
right? They're gonna put more taxes on the liquid now, right?
Yeah, that's the part of it. It's
So
not
they don't
even
wanna
about
lose
it
money.
being illegal. He just didn't declare it and didn't pay the tax. That's the whole reason behind that. So
But
it's
he
really,
But he couldn't make it.
yeah, we said that we sure wanted to go the next day to declare it, obviously.
But yeah, back in the day, people were like smuggling cocaine and weed, and now it's nicotine. They're criminalizing us now, basically.
It's like you don't want to smoke, you want to do something healthier than smoking, you're a bad guy. You're like someone that smuggles drugs. You're the same thing. You're like, not really. I'm doing something for my health, not destroying it.
I think like saying it's healthier than smoking is the wrong term. So we want to
Less
reduce
harmful.
the damage from smoking. It's harm reduction.
It's less harmful. Yeah.
It's more politically correct.
Yes, saying healthier than smoking, yeah, that does sound bad. Although
sounds
I
bad.
think it's technically correct though, because
Technically correct, yeah.
less
Yeah.
bad for your health is healthier. So, but it does sound bad. It doesn't sound
Yeah,
PC.
it's the people that don't believe it. Hello, the people that don't believe vaping being healthy will have an issue if you say it's healthier. If you say it's less harmful, they have less of ammunition to fire against you. They can't really argue against that.
I know people in the United States get really hung up on terminology too. It's not what you're saying; it's just how you say it so much of the time. But
I also don't like the term calling it smoking. I'm vaping or
yeah.
I catch myself sometimes saying smoking, and I'm like, no, I'm vaping.
Yeah. And other people who don't know shit are gonna put us at the same thing as like smokers. You know, like, hey, you're smoking. Oh, it's vaping. Something else.
People are always going to want to complain about something. It's just like the thing with how could Zen be offensive to anybody else? You can't see it in your mouth other than if you're just littering them on the ground or something. I don't see how that can possibly bother anybody else, but they're trying to take that out now too. So it doesn't matter what we do, somebody's going to complain about it. You know?
Yeah. That's really it. People will get offended for if you do something for yourself. They will get offended about everything possible.
And
with a reason or without.
And the narrative on it has changed because at first you saw somebody vaping and everyone thought, hey, good for him. He's doing something good for his health. Now people look at somebody vaping and it's like, second-class citizen, just like those people that used to smoke those cigarettes. You know,
there you got another Grinch vaping guy. It's so Grinch. Well, I guess a product like this can change that. Like this doesn't really look Grinch, right?
I think that's the thing about like the little pod systems. They aren't. I get it. If I come up with like a dildo-looking vape, it looks weird.
It makes a huge cloud.
She calls this dildo. It's like that. He's not thick enough for you, honey.
When I go out in public in the U.S. nowadays, I don't notice people. I don't really notice people vaping that much like I did around 10 years ago when everybody was using the big systems and you'd see everybody because you can tell. But now everybody's just doing this all the time and you don't really even notice it that much. So
I can see, I have like a radar when I'm driving and I see somebody outside and blowing a cloud or smoke. And by the way they hold the device, you can see if they are smoking or vaping. You know, if smoking goes like this or like this, and vaping, they are actually holding something, you know.
I struggled with these for the longest time back when vapes first came out and they all looked like cigarettes. They all looked like cigarettes. And I always
Yeah.
held it like that, like I did a cigarette. And then this took a long time to get used to.
You can do it
Yeah.
with this. And just on a side note, Vic, you're the reason my girlfriend's gonna hate me. Just gonna put it on
Why?
record.
Why?
Because I just on the side wicked this really quickly. And in this, there's
Before the
always
show.
been, it's always been Bule Bolu in here. And she hates this liquid. She hates it. So you're the reason she's gonna hate me.
Blame it on me. She's far enough. She can't hit me. No offense taken. No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Someday we're gonna meet and then you will be hit.
Yeah, it will be probably at the Vape Expo next year.
Yeah.
Maybe
If it
Paris or Stuttgart. Gonna meet and
Yeah, I
greet.
might have to get to Paris.
Yeah, if Hall Vape doesn't
Yeah.
pull through, we have to go to Paris. I might even go to Birmingham like in May. I want to go to a UK vape show. That would be so
I thought
awesome.
about that one, but it's
I need to
not
look
as
into
easy
some of
as
those
that.
here.
I have to book a hotel there because then I'm gonna
Yeah.
go fly there Friday and spend the weekend there, you know, and then fly
Yeah,
back
you got it.
Sunday. Yeah.
I've never been to any type of vaping show. I think that'd be awesome. They don't. I'm sure they have some here. I looked into it. I think there was some out in Vegas. And in fact, I think there was one maybe even this month somewhere. But I don't know, I've just never. I've been invited to them, but nobody's ever offered to pay for the airfare yet, so I just haven't gone.
Yeah, I got a
it's-
paper myself.
what would be the airfare within the States for you? How much does a plane ticket cost?
Oh, you know, man, I haven't bought my own plane ticket to go somewhere in a long time, so I don't really even know. But I think it's probably a few $100s. Like to fly to Vegas would probably be, I don't know if I had to guess, probably like $300 each way, maybe. I really don't know.
That
Something
depends
like
on
that,
how
probably. It would be a few $100s for the trip, at
Yeah,
least.
if you book it on time, it will get a discount, right?
It would be cheaper, yeah.
Yeah.
But really,
Well,
anytime I've flown anywhere, somebody else bought the ticket. So.
Never happened to me.
Well, I know. I mean, on my honeymoon, I paid for the ticket, but that was Mexico, and I can't remember how much that was. But it was a big package deal, so I don't know for the
Okay.
airfare.
Yeah, I got one ticket paid for me once to Canada, but it was I was still like I had this club inside of this game, and this Canadian guy, he had a basement full of computers, and he wanted to do a LAN party, and I was the leader of the clan. It was my clan. I was pretty strong in this game. And yeah, come on over. And I spent a week there. We gamed. We smoked weed in Canada. I flew back, you know, and it was a great experience.
awesome.
This guy was
Actually-
freaking rich, big mansion, everything.
I would love to do something like that, man. I've never met anybody that had that kind of money that was going to pay
Yeah.
for the trip.
Go up and everything, you know, like, oh my god, this is cool. I'm gonna get my passport now because I only have an ID card. So yeah.
I had this girl one time that was going to fly me to Singapore, but then she disappeared, and I didn't hear from her for like 20 years. And then I found out she married some rich French dude and moved to
Okay.
Paris.
Follow the money.
Yeah. I mean, come on. If we could just marry someone rich and get rich like that, we would too.
No, I'm
Sadly,
happy with my girl now.
Yeah, me too. I was stupid enough to like not marry, but soon for love and not for money. So now I gotta work myself.
I'll get there, man. You're gonna live stream your marriage with her?
Well, maybe, but
Vape
right
themed.
now it looks like right now it looks like it's gonna be work related. Like everybody I work with, all my customers, the partners, all of them are like, "Yeah, we're coming." Like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
can I invite my friends too, or is it just work
Yeah.
thing?
That was
I mean,
kind of odd. At mine, I had
yeah,
clients at my
cool.
wedding too, and it was kind of strange. My mom was like, "Now, who's that guy's just one of your customers? Like, yeah. The guy that played our first dance on acoustic guitar was I met as one of my customers who hated my guts at first, came into the store wanting to kill me. And then a few years later, he's playing me and my wife's first dance at our wedding. So,
That's life.
But we're coming to your wedding, Melon. No problem. You have to pay for Eric's ticket, though.
yep.
I can
You pay for
drive
the
over
ticket, I will go.
Yeah, that might
I
be
ain't
a little
kidding, I'll
bit
go.
expensive.
They'll bring some Swiss Miss. Like, hey.
All of the Swiss Miss you want. Although I know you can
Yeah.
get it over there now. So
In Germany, we can get it. But that
Oh,
would
look,
be the
now I'm
idea. Like
completely
weddings,
mentioned.
Melon
it's
likes
a
his
wedding
Swiss Miss
sponsored
from
by Swiss
Chicago.
Oh, I'm getting my sense of flavor back. I cannot take this ever mental anymore. It's yeah, I'm getting my flavor back. I'm getting healthier.
I'm getting hungry. I need some lunch. Maybe I'll just vape on this key lime, and maybe that'll fill me up. You know, fill up lunch for another hour or so.
Yeah, but
I have
that's the
talked to
thing, like-
people that lost weight from vaping. One of the guys that works at one of the shops I frequent said that he lost like 70 pounds when he started vaping because he
Okay.
didn't have to eat so much.
I think it's the other way around. Like with cigarettes, you could just smoke a cigarette and lose your appetite. With vaping,
yeah.
that doesn't happen to me. Like
Yeah,
with vaping,
it doesn't
I
do
don't-
it for me either.
If I'm hungry, I couldn't smoke. If I'm hungry, I cannot vape, actually. So when
Okay.
I'm really hungry, I need to eat first before I can vape or smoke.
I
Now,
can
used
vape
to, the
24/7.
THC ones gave me the munchies, but that doesn't really work on me anymore. A lot of the effects that the THC vapes gave me when I first started using them, I don't get anymore. They don't really wig me out like they used to, and they don't give me the munchies. I get more of the positive effects and less of the spacey effects, which for me is preferable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because you can still edit and do your, do your
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't want to be just so laid out that I'm worthless. You know,
Yeah.
I can't. Now every now and then when I just really need to relax, but that for the most of the time I don't want to be like that.
I can see that.
Yeah, when I was
Exactly.
like smoking weed every day before 2021, actually smoking weed made me feel normal.
I got to
don't
be like
think
that
that's
with drinking beer.
Like that.
It's where
but
if-
I would wake up, smoke weed, and when I wake up at night and I was still half a joint in the ashtray, and I light it up, go back to bed. I would really sleep easy. Now it's really hard if I wake up in the middle of the night to fall asleep again.
Yeah, see, I have to be careful about
Yeah.
that because I find if I do that, it'll really screw up my tolerance. I have to pretty much just use like just one time a day right before I go to bed for it to really have much of an effect. And like if I try and use it through the night or in the morning, it screws me up.
Oh, we've been at it for 2 hours. I think that's our normal length now.
When we had the second to Dead Space, it's like, well, what else is there to talk about? But I think I've hit on
one
everything
question
that
I've
I really
got.
wanted to hit on. So
I
Yeah,
have
sure.
one small thing. I just want to ask you guys how you do it. If you shoot a video, do you have like a script? Do you know what you're gonna say, or do you just wing it?
I wing it. I mean, I go through it. I'll take notes, and I'll generally just have like a page where I just scribble down things I want to make sure I hit on. Maybe just kind of like a quick cheat sheet, but that's really about all I ever use. I never actually do a script.
Okay.
I
How are
don't
you
really
doing?
script it. I think up of like what I want to say about the product, and then sometimes on my computer screen I have some specs standing there so I can peek at, and then sometimes I edit my video and like, oh, damn, I forgot to mention this or that, and I'll put the text in there. I did it with my last review as well. I've just put text in there like, oh, I need to mention this. I'm just gonna, at least it's in the video now. So yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I
happens to me
have
too.
like this workflow. I do the FaceTime, then I do the dive down, show what's in the box, and
Or
then
do you mean
talk
for
about
like
how product works, and then after that, I'll tell me tell everybody my opinion, which I sometimes already told in the dive down camp.
So, or
Yeah.
are you talking about like live broadcasts or like where you're out in the field or?
for videos. For
Oh, okay.
videos.
All right.
Because I don't do a script either. I try to do notes, but I forget to check the notes. And it happens to me, like I upload a video and like an hour later, I'm like, oh damn, I forgot to mention that. I wanted to say that. And thought about scripting it, and that didn't feel natural.
You'll naturally get better at that. Because I
Yeah,
noticed
I think
myself
so.
doing the same thing. I left things out all the time before because I just wasn't thinking about it. I think once you do more reviews, you'll notice that
Yeah.
you just automatically know to hit on all these things. You find yourself doing it without even thinking about it.
Yeah, I think it takes some time.
It's because you're doing it once a month, average,
Yeah.
right? If you would do it
That
like every
could be
week,
part
you
of
do
it.
one, you get a workflow and you'll get better at it. So
Yeah. I've noticed
you-
myself having to make less and less takes now because I just know what to do because I've just done so many of them. I take less and less notes and it'll just get easier without really even having to think about it.
Yeah, I don't do different takes. That's something I swore myself I will never do. If I fuck up in a video, it's going to go into the video. It's
Okay.
honest. It's what, like, it happens. We're all humans. If I fuck up, that's part of it. I might
if
cut
I
stuff
fuck
out.
up in the beginning, I will just restart in the beginning. If I fuck up there,
Yeah, okay.
I'll restart. But I can
That's
always
about how
like-
I do it.
Yeah,
If I
that's
get
how
in,
it is.
30 seconds or so, I just go with it.
Yeah,
So-
me too.
But I still will always I'll always do a second one because a lot of the times I think the first one's great, but then I notice if I just do one more, it's so much smoother because I've already been through it once already.
Okay.
And then usually
That
I
makes
just have to
sense.
do that second one. But
I can
when I
see
first
that makes
started,
sense.
I never did any B-roll, never did any multiple takes. I mean, if you watch some of my old videos, there's times when the camera falls over, or times with the THC one where I get really stoned and start babbling, and I just leave it all in. So
It's part of the journey somehow. For me, that's
sometimes
authentic.
I leave my errors in there as well because maybe somebody will comment about it and like, hey, that's engagement.
yeah, now my new ones I have chickens interrupting me and stuff in there, and
It's cool.
and it's funny because in the comments section I get more comments about that stuff sometimes than I do about the product.
It's engagement.
But I think that's okay because then that separates us from because anybody can review this vape, but
Yeah.
what's going to make the person want to watch you review the vape instead of somebody else? So
I think the people that are watching us like us because we are not a full-time YouTuber. It's not our job. We're doing this out of the fun of it. We love it, and we want to share our passion with it. And we have another job, giving us money, and not the YouTube is not paying us. So that will allow us to be more honest about it. I'm not talking about all the big YouTubers, but we are like honest what we think about it. We're not going to lie, for sure.
absolutely.
But when you edit, you notice when you edit, you're like, oh fuck, I forgot this, right?
Yeah, that happens too. But then
just put it there in text, and then you're done.
I'll either do it in text or I'll re-record just a short clip from like Green does it with the editing guy, and just like I forgot that, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
continue on.
Well, it also sometimes I'll
idiot,
just.
You needed to say this. And
I did that in the beginning.
Well, it also gives you some B-roll when you just let it roll. And sometimes I'll just let the thing roll for like maybe a half hour as I'm just screwing around and just say stuff to myself and just keep the camera rolling. And then it gives me little bits that I can kind of throw in there for just different sections. Or if I did forget something, I'll realize I did speak about it in another take and I've got it in B-roll so I can go grab it out of that and then put it in. So... But it does lead to a lot more editing, though, and a lot more time on that.
Yeah,
and I like to avoid the jump cuts when the camera is pointed at my face. I like to avoid the jump cuts. Like you can cut every arrow out of it, but then I'll be jumping everywhere because I never sit still, and it's awful to watch. It's more smoothly. So just be myself.
In the beginning, I tried that, but then I noticed I have long pauses where I don't say anything or say stuff that doesn't make the video. I just gave up and do the jump cuts. I do a little bit of cross dissolve in there to make it a little bit smoother, but I accept that I have to cut.
80 Bridges says you can
Totally
tell when
agree.
someone is authentic versus just getting paid. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
and even at my
yeah,
level, companies try to get me to do positive strain review is what they call it. It's like, well, I'll give you a positive strain review if I have a positive feeling about the vape. But
Yeah,
you know,
that's how it's supposed to be.
what if
right?
they offered you $2,000 for a positive review?
Um,
Oh,
well,
it's taking a
that's a
long
hard thing to
time.
answer because that's not really something that's going to happen. Although if it was something like that, I would try and focus, I guess, on the positive aspects of it more. But I couldn't just completely leave out something that was awful about something because that would just be
Yeah.
destroying my brand.
You
And
would just butter up the truth then.
and you can't do that. You can't just betray your followers and just because then you're. I mean, I call my reviews honest reviews. So what would I be doing? You know. But I'm sure there's plenty of opportunity to do things like that to that companies that might want to pay you off to say something positive about something that isn't. But I'm not into that, you know.
No,
Yeah,
no, neither am I. Like it
I
sucks or it
think
is good.
I would be like if somebody offered me money to create a positive video. It depends on the product. If I think it's gonna be good, I might be interested, but I would have to have like a little agreement in there that I can say negative things. I'm all right with maybe making a positive themed video if I think the product is good and
Yeah,
making it mostly positive, but I want to go into the negative if there is
Oh,
any.
exactly. I think you
Yeah.
could still,
You
if
would
you
have to
were,
say to the company, like, you send me the product first. I need to see if it's actually good before I
Yeah.
can make this
Yeah.
agreement. Yeah.
or you could make it constructive even. You could still make a positive strain review about a product that you didn't feel good about if you did it right. You could say like, well, they've improved this, but I still think they could have done better with this. Or, you
Yeah,
know,
right.
I like this about it, but you know, and just work it in the right way, I think would probably be the best
Yeah, I think
approach.
so too.
Some guy mentioned somebody, Rip Trippers. He used to be like an awesome reviewer doing all these
Mhm.
tutorials and love of vaping. And then he was on a moment, he was like, I quit vaping. And a couple months
Mhm.
later, he came back and everything is awesome and the best and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the thing that put me off of him. Like when I started vaping, I watched his videos, but then you watch a product and he was like, "Ah, it's the best, it's the greatest thing that ever was invented," and you watch 5 other reviews and everybody's like, "That's shit." You're like,
I
that
know.
doesn't feel good.
Rip Trippers is actually the first reviewer I actually watched in my life. I wanted to have the Smoke More 40. Oh, here it is. Oh no, this is the newer version of it. But the previous version of this device, the Smoke More
Yeah.
40, it was a great device. I was lucky. It had great flavor compared to other products at that time, though. But still, that guy has
Yeah.
1 million followers or something like that. People are still following him.
Yeah, that's kind of the sad part of it. I don't want to hate on Rip Tripper. He does what he does, and that's all right. It's just sad that people follow and watch videos that you know are not gonna be honest, and that's just gonna mess up with stuff. Like I think it's kind of sad though.
But
Well,
I think
if you
if
just do
somebody
that,
really
just
searches for a product, they will watch multiple reviewers because you
You can
need
hope, yeah.
multiple opinions because a review is an opinion of that person doing the review. So some products, for example,
Yeah,
sometimes Jim Green doesn't like a product, and I like the product myself. I do like it. It's just what
yeah,
are
I
you
think
looking into for this product? So if you're really interested in a product, I recommend watching multiple honest reviewers.
yeah,
well,
totally. And like the people that vape like you do. For example, Todd, he's an awesome reviewer, but I would never expect him to like stuff I like because he's not into like the Valkyrie. He reviewed it actually. I would never expect him to like it. He's
He's
not
not a
that
direct
big
runner.
clout. Yeah. So watch the people that vape similar to how you vape. I think that's a really big part of it.
So if you're an MTL snob, watch the review of an MTL snob.
I wouldn't put it in that words, but yes.
But this conversation makes me think of a story of some, because there are some very dishonest YouTubers out there. Before I got into vaping, my dad and we were watching a lot of these metal detecting videos, and then there was
Yeah.
these guys that always did insanely good at all the stuff they found. These guys were finding stuff every time they would go out. They would find coins that were just incredible compared to what everybody else
Yeah.
found. Their luck was just insane. And then they were finding all this jewelry. And then I just didn't feel right about these guys. And then at one point they dig up this ring and they're showing it a close up of the camera of this little brand on it. They're like, wow, this is just like, looks like just a gold ring. This is just incredible. I just found it in the ground. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. And I went back and I looked at the brand of where they showed it. And I looked, and these guys are selling these steel rings on eBay for like $400 under that brand. And then they're trying to make it look like they're finding these
Yeah.
things and digging them up on their metal. And there's this huge scam behind it all. And so there's a lot of stuff out there on YouTube that you really got to watch out for. That people, and these guys have like hundreds of thousands of followers that are buying into this stuff and don't even realize that it's all a scam. So
But that's the whole scripted scene of like social media in the total, on all platforms. A lot of stuff you see there is scripted. That's not natural occurring, and it's all right. I mean, we watched skits as back in the day too on TV. Everything was scripted, but make it so people know it's scripted. Don't lie to your people.
You see these guys, they're like digging in the ground. They're like, oh, what's this? Oh my God, look at this, guys. And then they're all like, wow. And then they're jumping up in the air.
Yeah.
They're so excited. And then, and
Good acting, though.
Yeah.
Good acting.
yeah.
Overjoyed acting.
The fake stuff you see sometimes.
What's that got to make you feel like as a person, though, man? Knowing that what you're doing is just a big sham. I mean, doesn't that guy just make you feel like a piece of scum?
Probably not. They see their bank accounts and they're happy. So
sold their soul to the demons.
Like, my entire life is a lie. You wouldn't feel like that? I think I would. I don't know, but maybe it is. If I saw, like swimming pools of movie stars, maybe I wouldn't worry about it. But I don't know. I don't think these guys are doing that good.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, we had a good show like this, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching and joining us, and everybody in the replay. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Eric?
Thank you.
Yep. Always a good time. I always enjoy these shows, and going to be moving it back inside here before too long. Maybe even on the next one, might be back in the house. So, but yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Melon?
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun like always. I do enjoy it really much. So
Yeah,
thank you all.
Yeah, it's been great having you these weeks, man. You've
Thank
added
you
a lot
for
to the
having
show.
me.
He's permanent here. He's not leaving anymore.
Yeah. That's correct.
But I gotta go to work. Can I go to work still? Can I leave?
We'll let you do that.
Now we should disease Kitty there.
No, not Kitty.
Everybody, bye-bye. Meow.